I think that would be different then,
Yeah,
because
but they're still biologically speaking alive.
yeah, but then a baby that has potential to be alive to be fully functional adult versus someone who's going to be
Then you're
brain
just
dead
looking at the
forever.
potential. If you're just looking at the potential, well, then it is the case that the scenario I brought up in terms of like me being with my girlfriend, right? You're saying that I shouldn't pull out, right? As it's going to reduce the likelihood of there being this potential offspring.
Well, then I'm saying like if you are just openly having sex, knowing that like there's a possibility that you're having sex, and then you're surprised that she's pregnant because you didn't wear any condoms, she didn't have any birth control or anything like that, and then you want to get rid of it because of the decisions you make, then
51% of of abortions come from failed contraception, right? So most abortions here we would be talking about are from failed contraception. So contraception still doesn't necessarily work all the time.
so you're saying if there was a mistake, then they should be able to have an abortion if they were if
Oh,
they were
I
looking at
think they
things.
should be able to have an abortion either way. I'm just telling you the reality.
Well, then even still, like I mean, I guess. Uh, I think you got me. Hold on.
Because like in the case in which the individual is brain dead, clearly speaking that like there's still like biological life there, but we don't care about just biological life, right?
But I mean, if there was some way that like some possibility for them to get better, then wouldn't you want to keep them alive? Like they said, if
Yeah,
there was
but they've already had a past or present established in terms of their sentient experience. That's why I'd still consider them to have value, right? But when we're talking about this, the fetus, they don't have a past or present sentient experience that we can go off of. They haven't existed yet. So if we
so if it
prevent them
has
from ever
sentient,
existing, right, then it would never be applicable to an entity in which was sentient.
so if it has sentient experience, you would consider it to have some sort of value, meaning like if it has like some sort of awareness.
Yeah.
So then what about like certain things that are like plants or something like that?
Plants don't have sentient experiences, but I have also have like when it relates to like we're going to make a distinction between different types of species, a human condition, right? It goes a human and sentience, right? Would grant this some sort of greater value. That's what I would generally go in these types of conversations. I don't think that we'd have to go into like ethics surrounding like veganism, right? For these conversations.
So, but then, like, what would you consider sentient being? Because I mean, like, sentient being would mean like something that you would be able to like, I guess, react to. Like, because if you sing to a plant, it grows a little bit better. Or if you put it in a different environment, it's aware of that it's better environment and it'll react. That's how it grows, right?
Wait, I'm confused. Can you restate that?
Well, I'm saying like sentient beings, they react to their environment. They're able to they're aware enough to know what's around them and how they react. So like if you have a plant, that there's been studies that show that where if you like talk to it or put it in around music or put it in certain areas, it will grow differently. Or some plants even change colors.
Yeah.
So
So
wouldn't it
that
be some sort of awareness there?
so when it relates that wouldn't be like a notion of awareness that I would reconcile with. I would say that's like some sort of notion of like a stimuli response, right? I don't think that a stimuli response necessarily indicates sentience, right, or subjective experience, or even some sort of notion of awareness. I think awareness would be something that's derivative of like having like a brain, right? That's going to be like one basis I think that is going to be necessary in order for there to be a sentient experience.
So you're
Would
saying
be the existence of
if
a
there's not
brain.
a fully functional brain, then it can't be sentient.
Yeah, there's different parts of the brain that work in tandem to produce a particular experience like this, that we could reference, right? Typically speaking, they reference what's called the thalamocortical connections, right? Or the prefrontal cortex, right? But there are some cases where that doesn't necessarily, exist and there's still sentience, right? So there are reasons to believe that it could exist prior, which is why I place my standard around like 18 weeks, right? Because it's likely to happen between 18 through 26 within the context of gestation.
I feel like it's kind of like vast because like I can't remember the name of it, but there's a fungus that ants eat that when they eat it, it infects the brain, and technically the ant is dead. The fungus actually takes over the brain. So then, isn't technically the fungus sentient?
I mean, I would be agnostic on that. I don't necessarily know.
I can't name the I can't remember the name
I
of the
don't know what
actual
you're
fungus.
completely referencing, so I'd have to look at it.
Well, you ever played the game The Last of Us?
No, I've never played The Last of Us.
You never heard of it? The
I've
TV
heard of
show,
it.
nothing.
I've heard it. I've seen the TV show, like the first episode or something, and then I've also like seen the game played, right? But like
Okay,
I don't know what you're talking about.
but where like you see the one of those zombies where they have all that fungus all over their face and they're walking around.
I can't quite remember. It's been years.
Well,
It
that's
was like
what,
PS4 time, wasn't it?
yeah, but basically it's essentially the same thing. That's how the whole game works, but whatever. But since the fungus takes over the ant's brain and has full functional over the ant, and the ant is considered dead because it has no control over its body, is the ant fully sentient, or is it the fungus that's sentient because it controls its body?
I'm agnostic on ants being like sentient, right? But again, like, I don't think this is even relevant to this notion. Again, I can just apply the human condition, right? The human insentience, and I don't even have to have conversations
Well,
like this.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can't really like pinpoint what sentient is, then how can you say either way? Because if ants aren't sentient, but they have their own thoughts, they have their own process, they have fully functional, like communities, and they get things done just like we do, then wouldn't they technically be sentient too? Because they make decisions all the time.
By the way, even if they are sentient, right? I don't think this necessarily means anything. As like when people say like, "Oh, I care about life," right?
Right.
I don't think they're saying when they talk about human life, I don't think they're saying that they care about all types of life, that they care about grass in the same type of way that they care about human life.
I would say I care
So like
all about life.
so do you care about life? Is that what your view?
I would care anything all about life if it's not something that's directly harming me or trying to kill me in return.
What is what you value?
I value life.
Value life. So I
Yeah.
understand. I can say so. The same thing could apply to, right, the grass or the trees. Do you care about the trees as much as you care
Yeah.
about human beings?
Yeah, I believe in I hate when people I believe in like the deforestation thing where people
No,
are
but do you care about trees as much as you care about humans?
man, like I would protect them as much as I
Like
would
one
protect.
tree is equivalent to one human. Do you care about them the same?
I would say yes, but I would say like if it was a decision where it's like either one has to go, I would probably choose the human
Okay,
because
well then that means you don't value them the same.
not because like the tree is less valued. It was just because I guess more of a selfish reason because I could see emotionally the pain and torment of the person versus
Yeah,
just like a
that
tree
means you
that's
consider it to
nothing.
be less valuable. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Okay, so you do care more about humans than you care about trees.
Yes.
Okay. If do you care about a Okay, so let's say that like they didn't experience anything. You just snapped the human out of existence. Would you or you snapped the tree out of existence? Would you care about them the same?
If I knew about it, or if like I
Yeah, if
had
they
no
didn't have to
notion.
experience anything to not exist anymore. They just were snapped out of existence like Thanos.
If it was for no reason, then
Yeah,
yeah, I
which would you
care.
care about existing more? Would you rather the human exist or would you rather the tree exist?
But that would be a little bit different because it'd be more subjective. It depends on who the human is. If it's like
I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Like, what do you think?
like who would the human be? Like if it's a tree versus Hitler, then obviously I would choose the tree.
Just average human.
Uh, yeah, then yeah, I would probably choose the human.
So you value humans more than trees. So both of them are alive. So the same question also applies to you, right? Don't you have to apply a condition that would just say human? So that's why you could just like evade that entire conversation. We don't have to have a conversation about animal ethics in order to have a conversation about abortion here. But conversations about animal ethics, I think, do need to be talked about. I think they need to have conversations about that.
Well, yeah, the whole thing because we were saying that was like it's not sentient, but then I was just trying to pit to where it's like then what is sentient? Because then all these other things are variations of sentience. So then like it's like you would have to get like a pinpoint.
Yeah, so there'd be like
what it
higher
is.
levels of like what we would consider sentience. And what we'd mean by that is like someone would have like a greater level of like perception or conceptualization in terms of their awareness.
Okay. Well, cause the only reason I even brought all of that up was because you said the brain thing, because you said you consider someone with a brain is sentient. But then that's why I brought up the ant thing, because I was like, technically it's sentient. It has its own ideas and things, versus the embryo who doesn't have a brain just like the ant. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like, I mean, well, when it relates to this, we would have to say that there should be some sort of notion of like, of like nervous system at least, right? Or cognition, right? Which actually within a zygote wouldn't even exist. So an ant would have more complex systems than a zygote. Okay. So if you don't value an ant, why do you value a zygote? You're just going to say future potential. And then again, I'm just going to ask you the same question about like the future potential of sperm, which you don't really care about.
I it will, I would say, well, I wouldn't say I wouldn't care about the sperm. I would say more like, well, that's what I was saying before. It's like, if I'm not going in there like fully protected, and then like not trying to, basically impregnate her and have all the protection, and then even if she still got pregnant, and then, but then now, mm, okay, I think I would say okay, I can't find it around it,
Here's my
but
question. Do you think that someone should be forced to sustain a pregnancy in which there is an embryo that doesn't have any capacity of being sentient or
so
having
you
any
mean
subjective
so you're saying
experience?
like someone who's basically gonna give birth to like a stillborn.
No, 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 no. I'm saying it has no current capacity means that they have no current ability,
So it's
right?
just the ingredients are there, but not
They've never
nothing's.
had the ability. They have no current ability. They've never had it. Okay.
Okay.
This embryo, this is like actually legitimately an embryo. This is actually
Mhm.
like one like an award of radiology.
Yeah,
This is like what it looks like in utero.
yeah.
And yeah, so like we're saying that we value this. This doesn't have any type of subjective experience, right? So then my point would be is why would someone be forced to sustain nutrients to this entity, right? If this doesn't have sentience.
Hmm. I got nothing. I'm not gonna lie. I got nothing.
No, no, I just want you to
Well, I
ponder
guess
on it. I just want you to ponder on it because, like, typically speaking, when I think about what I care about humans, I appreciate confetti. Thank you so much. It's not going to be based upon the life. It's going to be based on like the conceptualization of that life, right?
well, I think
Appreciate
whenever
the
you
title.
mention
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
abortion, I think what you're talking about. The more I think about it, like if it's just there's nothing there, but it's about to be something or whatever. Like it's there's no heart rate, no nothing or anything like that. It's just like starting off. Then I can kind of see
Wait,
what.
a heartbeat, you wouldn't really care about because in brain dead individuals, they have a heartbeat.
Also, you're just strictly saying just a sentient thing,
Yeah.
meaning like it's aware.
Appreciate the
Yeah,
ground. Thank you.
yeah. Then I'll give you that if it's at that state. But I think what people are upset about was like when you say abortion, they just picture the baby's alive, and I guess yeah. Then I got nothing. Then if it's just this, then yeah, I
All
can't
right.
really
For sure,
argue
man.
around it.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much for coming on.
No
Appreciate it.
problem.
Have a good day. All right. Let's go to the next person, everyone. What do you want, J-Man?
Why I came on TikTok and you saying abortion is not wrong, bro?
Because it's not when we're talking about it prior
Why
to it being sentient.
why why I came on TikTok and why is abortion wrong during the first trimester? Because the
J-Man,
first
why do you care
trimester,
about the Cheeto?
bro? Do your homework on. That's not really a baby, bro.
What do you mean?
That's
Wait,
not.
actually,
That's
this
not.
actually legitimately is a baby under your worldview.
All right, bro.
This
So
actually, I'm not even joking. What I said earlier was completely serious. Like this actually won a award in radiology because this is like the best image that we have of like what it would look like in utero.
so
Right? I
so
mean,
in the
what
first,
it does look like, not what it would look like. This isn't just like a recreation image. This is literally what it does look like.
so so in the first trimester, yo most major organs not being developed, bro.
What's up?
in the first trimester, your major organs is being developed. Bro.
I don't care about it until it's sentient.
You don't care about what?
I don't care about it until it's sentient.
Do your homework on J-Man was it sentient at a point in time. J-Man.
Okay.
J-Man
And I didn't care about you at that time.
All right, bro. Could do your homework on J-Man being in a coma for a week, bro. I wasn't sentient.
I don't think you existed yet, J-Man. J-Man,
So-
you, who I'm talking to, who I'm engaging with, that man is sentient, okay?
Okay, but
Like, what happens when you die, right? Your body still exists there, right? Or you're someone who, if you're brain dead, if I went brain dead, J-Man, would you feel like I'm alive? Would you feel like I'm able to engage with you? Would you feel like I'm there? Or would you be like, Parker's gone?
Shit. I don't know.
Shit. Yeah. You'd be like, I'm gone, right? Who's that?
Yeah.
Who's that? The individual that was aware, that was conceptualizing of things, right? Not just the body there that's biologically speaking alive, right?
Okay, so do you think that when I was in a coma for a week, that
I care about you in a coma, yes. Because here, J-Man, this is the reason. Because there's a past or a present and a future established. So I care about a future so long as that there's already some sort of actual or past established. Does that make sense? Because we're talking about something that already existed, right? You already existed. You already had preferences. You already had desires.
but I'm not sentient, bro. So why don't you just come over there and stab me, bro? Because I'm not sentient. What's the difference between
You actually are sentient under my view.
what is sentient?
Because my view would be that the conjunction of past or present and future.
Bro,
You would be considered under this notion.
developing your major organs, that's a pass, bro. That baby was developing. Do your homework on the amniotic sac, bro. Y'all thought I was done. Do your homework on the amniotic sac.
Yeah, so can you tell me what that is?
It cushion the baby and make sure the baby get fed. It wouldn't be there if the baby's supposed to be aborted. Do your homework.
Okay. I have a question, J-Man.
What?
When does implantation happen? Like what is implantation?
I don't know.
You don't know what implantation is?
What's implantation?
You just told me to do my homework on some point of pregnancy, but you don't even know what implantation is?
What's implantation?
Implantation is essentially the beginning of pregnancy.
The first trimester.
The beginning of pregnancy, which we'd then be able to refer to as the first trimester of pregnancy.
Okay. So what you saying?
I'm just saying, like, if you didn't know that, then I don't know what you're trying to say. Like, I need to do my homework.
Amniotic sac, bro. Why you whooping? An amniotic sac.
You saw one thing on Wikipedia. That's what I'm guessing.
You said I see that on Wikipedia. I ain't see it on Wikipedia. I did my homework.
On where? Where'd you see it?
I seen it on Google.
Where on Google?
Bro. Planned Parenthood.
Dude, J-Man, you read Planned Parenthood? You know that's like I think that is so unlikely that you read Planned Parenthood.
Am I lying? Is the amniotic sac not that? Am I lying, bro?
No, but like I'm just like, you read Planned Parenthood?
I don't know, bro. The amniotic sac is it cushion the baby and it makes sure the baby is fed and it makes sure the baby is protected. And it happened in the first trimester. And if that happened in the first trimester, is the baby supposed to get unalive in the first trimester? Do your homework. That don't make sense.
Supposed to, but I think you should have the choice. Like,
Why?
Can you please tell me, like, what's the issue with unaliving this Cheeto?
Bro, because he's developing his major organs. And you got your major organs, and if I unalive you, is that wrong, bro?
Well, it's not because I've developed my major organs. That's just a part of my body.
So if you ain't
right?
have your,
it's because I'm
major
sentient.
organs,
It's because I'm sentient.
No, and you sentient because of what? You sentient because of what?
It could be because of those conditions, but I'm also sentient because my dad got divorced, right? If my dad didn't get divorced, right? The first, again, when it relates to that time, right? Then I wouldn't exist either. Okay. There could be many conditions. If my dad didn't live in the particular place or meet my mom, right, then that wouldn't have happened either. Okay. Then like you understand, I could say that with like infinite things, right?
No, you can't, because after all those infinite things, you wouldn't be here without what? Your major organs, bro.
And I also wouldn't be here if it is the case that my parents didn't meet.
What that got to do with that, though?
What? What do you mean?
Well,
how the hell would I exist? Please, J-Man, let me know how I would exist.
But your parents met. That, like, you saying like something that don't even correlate what we talking about. Your
What do you
parents
mean,
met,
bro?
We can't.
It is
we
a
can't
necessary
control it.
condition for me to exist. You're making a point that if there's a necessary condition for me to exist, i.e., my organs, right? That means that we are going to value it. Is that your world?
Bro, you just talking right now.
Yeah, I am. That's how it's called the debate.
You unaliving.
Appreciate the love drop. Thank you so much.
You unaliving something that's developing its major organs. That's gonna give it what? That's gonna give it sentience, bro. That's gonna give it its potential sentience.
Appreciate
And you
the hearts,
saying this
thank
right. And the woman body is already developed.
Yeah. So when you
in the
pull
first
out,
trimester.
you're getting rid of that potential sentience too.
No, it ain't, because that's like saying a woman on her little dot on her period. I don't know if I can say that. Do your homework on her period. That's like saying that's wasting potential sentience, bro. No, it's not, because you need two to make a baby. That's why.
So that's why I said when you engage in intercourse and you pull out. Do you know what pulling out is, J-Man?
Yes, bro.
Okay, then that's with two people, right?
Yes, bro.
Okay, then I don't know why you just brought up. Oh, you need two people. Well,
Bro, but
the action I literally referred to requires there to be two people. That's crazy.
If I pull out, is it involving two people? No, it's only involving me.
Dude, let's put on a thinking cap, J-Man. Okay, if you're pulling out, do you have to be engaging in some sort of action with someone?
Yes, bro, but
yes.
Finishing in that person is different from finishing outside of that person. If I'm finishing outside of that person, me and that person did what we did, but at that point, it's not two people no more. It's just me letting off. Whatever.
Again, if you pull out, that means that there's not going to be a potential sentience, right?
Exactly.
Potential sentience.
So what you talking about?
So
if it ain't gonna be no potential sentience, what you talking about?
Is it wrong?
No. Because
okay, so you don't care about just there being a future sentience, right?
Yes, I do. The reason why I pulled out, yes, I do. Because the reason why I pulled out, do your homework, because I care about having kids.
How about we just refer to the usage of contraception? How about we refer to that instead?
Explain that.
Yeah, just like, again, the usage of contraception reduces the likelihood of there being like pregnancy or future sentience from engaging in intercourse. Is it wrong?
Bro, you keep going around the what's the name? You keep trying to dig me down your rabbit hole, but I need you to stay over here, because this baby got organs, bro, and they developing, and the female body is already producing some. Parker, did you know that when you was in your mom's womb, bro, that her amniotic sac?
You love that word, don't you? Like J-Man learned a new phrase. The amniotic sac.
Her amniotic sac protected you, bro. It fed you, bro. It cushioned you, bro. And it wouldn't do that if you weren't supposed to be there in the first trimester, bro. Why would it do that if you're not supposed to be there? You're supposed to be there. Therefore, abortion is wrong, bro.
What do you mean by you're supposed to be there? That's like you're making like a normative claim here.
Her own body is getting ready for potential sentience, and that's just her.
Okay, and
So
When you're engaging in intercourse, your body is also ready for that. That's the whole point of you reaching that one point of climax. Did you not realize that your point there also applies to engaging in intercourse? Like, what are you
no,
saying?
because that means if I did it inside the woman, if I did it inside the woman, then it would matter. But I didn't do it inside the woman, so it don't matter, bro.
Because it doesn't exist yet. Okay.
Yes.
The thing that you value. Okay. I'm saying the same thing. You
Well,
get
it's
an
not being
abortion.
created.
Wait,
It's
you
not
get an
being
abortion.
created.
Hold up, J-Man. If you get an abortion prior to sentience, you're preventing that thing that you would have valued from ever existing in the first place.
No, that's not true because it already developed
No?
its organs. That's murder, bro. That's capital
why
murder.
why is it unjust killing if it's something that you don't even value, really?
That's
Let me
first
ask you this
degree.
question. J-Man, you're in a burning building.
Yes.
On one side of the burning building, there is 2 zygotes, right, in these little petri dishes, right? And they're in the future, they're going to be implanted into a uterine wall, and they will become human beings like me and you, okay? When we're
Okay.
talking on the other side of the room, there's one newborn baby. You can either save the newborn baby or the 2 zygotes,
Yep.
right? Which would you save?
And these 2 zygotes is gonna be born. 100%. I'm saving them. I'm saving them. Simple.
Not the newborn baby that's gonna fucking burn alive.
Simple.
He saves the 2 single cell organisms rather than saving the one newborn baby.
If these 2 babies gonna be born, bro, I'm saving the 2, bro. Do your homework.
In the future, they will be.
Yep.
Okay.
That's 2 babies, bro. I'm not gonna let one for one. I'm not gonna exchange 2 for 1. If you saying that's 100% chance that they gonna survive, yeah, bro.
Okay. So 2 zygotes on one side of the room, or
Yep.
me. Who are you saving?
I'm probably gonna say Parker, bro.
Wait, why?
Well,
That's 2 people, 1 person. Why would you save me?
because just based off like I know you got family, bro, and they love you, bro. But just because I would do that, don't mean that I don't value these other two babies, bro. Just because I save you, that's just because my emotions, bro.
Are you just saying that I'm worth more than a newborn? That's kind of weird, but like,
Nah, you worth more than because I understand it's do your homework. I'm taking ethics, bro.
wait. Does that mean J-Man cares about me? Chat,
would
does
be
that mean J-Man cares about me?
Do your homework on it'll be unethical, bro. I'm in the ethics class, bro. It'll be unethical to let you do that, bro.
You know what's fucking unethical? Saving the 2 zygotes over the newborn baby that's gonna burn alive. That's wild. That's wild. Okay. 2, right? I'll just ask you this question: 1 zygote, 1 newborn baby. Are you indifferent?
Nah, I'll say the baby, bro.
Oh, so you're not indifferent, but like they're of the same value, right?
I'm not just gonna let, bro, because you see what you're doing, bro. Why are you putting me in this position to choose between somebody like, bro? I'm gonna save the baby, bro. That don't mean I don't value the other one. I still value the other one.
I'm not saying you don't value it, but what I'm saying is that there's a difference in value. So you're not saying that they're the same in value. Okay. Also, what's your grade in ethics?
I got 93. Do your homework.
Yo, good job, J-Man. Let's go. I mean, it is October, but WJ-Man, honestly, 93. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah,
Now,
so like,
do slurs next.
oh, are you done with this topic? You don't want me to keep going? I was going to keep going. I still got things to talk about.
Oh, let's go then.
You say you just care about life, right?
Yep.
If I take your consciousness, and I put it into this robot, and you experience things through the robot, right? Is it okay for me to torture you?
Bro.
There's no biological life. Is it okay for me to torture you?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep. It ain't no biological life, bro. It's a robot, bro. Why I'm finna care about a
Dude,
robot?
it's you. It's literally you.
Bro, you can't do that, bro.
Dude.
You can't like you asking if you can torture a robot, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I
dude.
don't
I'm
care.
just asking you. Yeah, like that's wild, bro.
bro. So let me get this straight, Parker. So you up here preaching to the world that in the first trimester when
Wait, no, you just said it was okay if we took like have you watched Black Mirror? J-Man, please tell me you've watched Black Mirror.
nah,
I want to
bro.
be able to. You haven't? Fuck. I want to be able to make that analogy once. Come on. So y'all need to watch Black Mirror, okay? San Junipero, so I can actually make this analogy, okay? It's unbelievable. So essentially, there's like this simulation world. Pretty sure the boiling cauldron. Thank you so much. All right, and you experience things the same way that you experience things right now, right? But you're in the context of a simulation, so there's no biological life, but you are still experiencing things in the same way that you're experiencing them right now.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm referring to. Is it just as wrong for me to torture you there as it is for me to torture you here?
Yeah, I'll say so because you can actually feel it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You actually feel it. Like, so my point would be is that there's no biological life there. So it seems like here you don't value the biological life. You value the experience.
Nah, that's just in this situation. Like, it's not gonna be 100% across the board in anything that you do. Like, and nothing can't be perfect. Your answer can't be the same for every single thing. But in this situation, I will value whatever you said. But I do value biological life.
Okay, yeah. So, but like, sure, you do. I don't think that's true, because if it's equivalently just as bad, we end up with an equation that is essentially right. Life plus sentience is equal to sentience, which essentially would then mean that life is equivalent to 0 because sentience is equal to sentience.
And what things give you sentience?
Those things can, but you don't value those. J-Man, again, when it relates to this scenario, it is the case that you value these experiences equally. So if you value this experiences equally and one has life and the other one does not have life, and given that they're the exact same experience, that means that the life is irrelevant to how much it matters. Because if it was relevant, if it did have any type of value, well, then it would have thrown the equation off from being equivalent to one being slightly more than the other.
No. Just because you acting like I don't got no emotions and you think I'm thinking like that. No, it's because I got emotions, bro. And I know that this baby got a family. And I know that he got people that love him or whatever.
Let's get rid of the families. Boom, no family.
Okay.
It's just a baby.
Okay, but still, I still got a heart, bro. And I still want to save this child because it's going to be crying or whatever, bro.
Because of the experience. That's what I'm saying. Like, J-Man, you fundamentally, if shit comes down to the fan, right, you care about the experience.
Emotionally, no, I care emotionally about this child. I'm gonna be emotionally invested.
You're emotionally invested with the experience. You're not emotionally invested with just the biological life. And that's the whole point that I'm getting, is that your intuition is literally already agreeing with me. You just don't know it yet.
Bro.
You're already agreeing with me, I promise.
Bro, I'm telling you that I care about this kid emotionally.
Yeah, because of the experience.
And when you say experience, what goes into that pot?
What goes into what?
What goes into that pot of experience? Like what thing? Like experience and what? Like what experience?
Well, you're asking like what is experience?
Yeah, like what is this experience that I got with this kid?
Oh, what I'm saying is like what you would associate. Like, it's not the experience you've had with them. It's the experience that they have. Like, you know how you're experiencing things right now?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying that you're valuing in them.
And I'm telling you
their
that
ability to experience things in that way.
No, because they not going to remember none of this. So I'm not evaluating.
Wait, just because you don't remember, it doesn't mean you don't value them. Like, my grandma had dementia. She didn't remember her things that happened in her life.
Okay.
But she was still aware and she was still experiencing things.
But and that may be the case, but if I was just going off
Oh, you are, did you get a call?
You can hear me?
Yeah, did you get a call?
My shit on low power mode.
Okay.
But like just off experience, I would choose both of them. I would choose like I went, because both of them got potential experience. So that that can go either way. So I'm not just valuing experience. Experience is 100% equal. Do your homework. I care about this kid emotionally, bro.
Yeah, emotionally you care about the experiences, right? That's the point I'm making. So again, my question to you would be is what is valuable to you about a zygote?
About a zygote?
A fertilized egg, a life at conception. What is so valuable to you about that single-celled organism?
Because it's developing its major organs, and I'm not a murderer. I'm not going to
Wait, it isn't developing any major organs at that point. It's a fucking zygote. It's a single-cell organism.
Oh, when you say
it can't develop, it can't develop organs till it has a body, till it's in utero. We're talking about a zygote.
Well, in the first trimester, like you changing it, you say in the first as a zygote.
Yeah, I'm just asking you as a zygote, right?
Okay, but your thing say
do you
first
care about
trimester.
Yeah, but do you care about a zygote?
Shit, I don't know. I mean, if you
don't, then I'm gonna ask you to justify the difference.
Bruh. Well, what's a zygote, bro? I mean, shit, bro.
What's a zygote? I just explained it to you. It's a fertilized egg. Do your homework.
That's potential sentience,
egg,
bro. That's potential sentience.
And you value it.
Yes.
You do. You value the zygote. So just because of the potential sentience?
Bro, keep it on. Cause you about to trick me, bro. Keep it on first trimester, bro.
How am I tricking you with anything?
Keep it on first trimester.
I'm just gonna ask you about like IUDs, questions like that. Come on, you want to answer my questions.
Nah, keep it on first trimester. You trying to trick me, bro. I know your tactics.
I am keeping it on first trimester and earlier.
Nah, you said earlier. You keeping it earlier, bro. You keeping it earlier. I don't think you should be able to abort a baby.
So I'm just. Yeah. Okay. Do you think you should be able to stop a zygote from implanting into the uterine wall?
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
You do?
Sure.
So like J-Man, I have a question, right?
Yeah.
If a girl you were talking to had an IUD, right, would you stop talking to her?
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
You would stop talking to her?
Hell yeah, bro.
Why?
If I want kids, she gotta go.
I'm talking, oh my gosh. Bro, I'm saying, okay, if she had an IUD in the past, would you stop talking to her?
Nah, bro.
No, you wouldn't? Right,
Nah.
but like under your view, she'd be a murderer. You're saying that you wouldn't stop talking to a murderer?
Nah, bro.
Nah? You
Nah.
keep talking to a murderer.
Yeah, bro.
You're lying, J-Man. Lies.
Everybody
Lies.
got a pass. I don't think.
What do you mean everybody? Dude, what?
Everybody got a pass. She ain't a murderer no more, bro. She gonna have my baby.
Okay, so if someone raped someone in the past, right, would you be friends with them still? Everybody's got a past.
Bro, do your homework on being Christian, bro. Sometimes you gotta forgive people, bro. If they change their ways, then yeah, I'll be their friend. I can't do that, bro. I can't just hate somebody, bro. Do your homework. I can't just hate somebody because they did something.
Are you saying that you'd be friends with a rapist?
Bro, if they truly change their ways and feel bad for what they did, and like, and let's say they was helping other people out because they got thoughts. Bro, yes, bro. I'm not finna just, bro, people can change, bro. I'm not putting that past nobody. People can change, bro. I don't have hatred in my heart for nobody.
Okay. Could you be friends with Hitler? If you felt bad about it?
Bro, like, you see, like, like, no, I couldn't be friends with.
No. Okay. So give me the reason.
Bro, but I can't, bro. But if me and Hitler was in the same room, and he like, I wouldn't be like, oh, I hate you or something, bro. Like, I'm not going. I don't
could
got
you
no
be
hatred
friends
for
with
that
him
man.
because he says he's changed?
Bro, that's crazy. Nah, I wouldn't.
No. Okay, so there's some standard where you're like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to them. So why don't you place that standard when we're talking about rapists and murderers? Like,
no, I still talk to Hitler. Don't get me wrong. I still talk to Hitler. But
I'm talking about be friends with.
No, I won't be friends with Hitler. I won't be friends with a lot of people.
Okay, could you be friends with someone who has an IUD?
Yeah.
Yeah? but they've murdered someone under your view. Could you be friend? You're saying you could be friends with a murderer.
Just because you got an IUD don't mean you murder somebody, bro. Do your homework.
Actually, under your worldview, it does. Under mine, it doesn't. Under your worldview, it does. Want to know why? Because the IUD, not only can it stop pregnancy from happening. I mean, not pregnancy. Fertilization, but it can also prevent pregnancy. I appreciate the handout. Thank you so much. By stopping that zygote from implanting into the uterine wall.
Oh, I got when the first is the zygote the first trimester?
Oh my gosh, zygote is gonna be the fertilized egg that then leads to the first trimester.
Do your homework. It's not. Why you whooping, bro? It's not the first trimester. Why you keep talking about this, bro?
Because it's fucking relevant, bro. It's relevant.
No, it's not. You talk about the first trimester, bro.
Dude,
And
oh my god, J-Man. What is wrong with you, bro? It's still about the conversation. Like it's still fucking relevant. Breathe, J-Man, breathe.
all right, talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Yeah, what's up?
Why? So if I unallowed you, Parker, would that be right?
No.
Now, if you ain't have no brain, could I still do that?
If I had no brain and I was brain dead, it would be up to my family.
If you had no brain, if your brain wasn't in your head, could I unalive you?
It's up to my family. They can pull the plug, yeah.
If you ain't have no brain in your head, you probably wouldn't be alive, bro. Now let's
I could be held alive by systems, but
all right. So if you had skin, if you ain't had no skin, would you be alive?
You can be, yeah.
You can be alive with no skin. You can. Your skin can fall off right now, and you can be alive.
Maybe I would think.
No,
maybe
because do your homework on skin being your most.
I don't think you'd be able to survive for long though.
Okay then. All right. So now let's go to your heart. If your heart was out your chest, could I unalive you, Parker?
Well, I would likely already die. There would be no ability for blood to continue through my
and
body.
these is all major organs. So the baby is forming its major organs, and you trying to do what? You trying to go to jail?
I don't think I care about an individual because of their organs. I care about them because of their subjective experiences. Hey man, why are we looking at the ground, bro? Turn it back to your face. Come on, don't be shy. Even your dog's like, what are you doing? Just show your face, bro. J-Man's just showing us the ground, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, puppy. What are you doing to the dog?
Why he's scared, bro?
Yeah, why is your dog scared of you? That's
if you was sad. If you was at my house, bro, do your homework on what I do to you. I'll do the same way.
Why is your dog scared? Actually, right. J-Man, can you answer that?
Bro, my dog not scared, bro. He just scared of everything. He a poodle, bro.
He's not scared, he's scared.
He's scared of everything, bro. Like he not really scared.
He's scared of everything. He's not really scared.
No, bro. He just a scary dog. Like he know nothing gonna happen, but he just scared. He a poodle, bro.
Okay, J-Man, what, dude? You're not making any sense, bro.
Parker, would you be able to live these experiences without all them organs that I named, bro?
What organs are you referencing? I'm not disputing that they aren't like vital organs.
So these is all things that you need to live these experiences. If you don't got these things, you're not gonna live. If you don't got a heart, you're not gonna live. If you got zero skin, you're not gonna live.
What's your point? That's not saying that just because you have those characteristics and you don't have some sort of sentience, that means you're still valuable, right? It's because those sorts of states can sustain the other states in which we consider to be valuable. The same sort of way that There has to be some sort of fertilization with a sperm and an egg. A sperm and an egg have to exist in order for us to reach to a stage in which we would consider to be valuable. That doesn't mean we value the sperm or the egg. That means that we value the conditions that result from the sperm and the egg being in that particular fashion. The same way that when I'm saying that once the brain has particular parts of the brain that are interacting to a particular fashion, right, it produces a particular subjective experience in which we see to be valuable.
And what is that? What is we? What is we? What do we think is valuable?
I think most people value sentience. Right? I just think that is the case that many people don't think about these things all the time.
Okay, so
fundamentally speaking,
you said people value sentience, and like I said, Parker, I was in a coma for a week. So why don't you just come up and stab me, bro?
Past or present and future subjective experience is my condition for consideration.
And Parker, okay, again, and what things do you need to do this, to have a past and future? You need your major,
past subjective experience, future subjective experience. You also needed conditions in which there was fertilization. Doesn't mean I care about the sperm and the egg.
Okay, so
appreciate the hand art. Thank you so much.
If I didn't have my major organs, my skin, my heart, my brain, then I wouldn't have a past, bro. But these things is being developed so I can have this experience. And you're gonna take this away from me by doing what? Murdering me.
Yeah, so I don't see why we're caring about the organs. Again, is it okay for me to pull the plug on an individual who's brain dead?
Yes.
Yeah, they have these fucking organs. They're still fucking biologically alive. They have a heart. They have blood flow.
Bro.
You don't give a fuck about those organs. What do you care about? You care about the experience, my guy.
No, I don't think it's right but you can do that. I thought you was asking me, can you do that? Yes, I don't think it's right though. I don't think that you should be able to pull the plug on somebody who brain dead, bro.
You think you can, right? So you know the difference between brain dead people and people in a coma, right?
Yes, bro.
What's the difference?
When I was in a coma, I couldn't hear nothing. I couldn't see nothing. I was asleep. Brain dead people, they just can't think.
Okay. Brain dead means you're never coming back.
Yes.
You're done. You're done.
If you need,
you're done. You're done. That's what it means.
If you need a machine,
a coma means you've existed and you're coming back. Okay, does that make sense?
If you need a machine to keep you alive, then you probably shouldn't be alive, bro.
J-Man, that is quite literally the dumbest thing that's ever come out of your mouth. My dad was literally had necrotizing myocarditis, was in the hospital, required machines to keep him alive. Right? At that point when he required machines to keep him alive, should he be dead?
Bro, you missing what I'm saying.
He's alive right now. He's working.
You missing what I'm saying. If the machines don't keep you alive,
the machines were what was keeping him alive.
All right, so
if he didn't have the machines, he would be dead.
Let me rephrase that, bro. Let me rephrase that because I already know what you finna do. You finna try to make me seem like a bad person.
That is a fucking wild take.
If you gonna live after it, but if you have no hope, you say you not coming back. So if you not coming back, we shouldn't be wasting money to keep you alive if you never coming back.
Okay,
bro.
there we go. I agree. But the point is that we shouldn't be wasting resources on things that we don't want to take care of if it hasn't existed yet. Sierra, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. If it hasn't existed yet in terms of its subjective experience, right? So if you care about the subjective experience when it relates to the brain dead individual, appreciate the cap. Thank you so much. Why don't you care about that when it relates to whether or not we're talking about this Cheeto?
Because they got potential. Brain dead people don't got potential.
Appreciate that and mustache. Thank you so much. But the brain dead individuals, they have a past. Appreciate that and mustache. Thank you so much. But again, the notion is in which that they don't have a past or a present that they've already established. So it's just the future. So if it's just the future, again, for example, if there's a contraption, appreciate that, Cap, thank you so much. A sperm and an egg, I click a button, they're moving towards each other, they're going to fertilize here in about a few hours. Appreciate the Cap, thank you so much. Do they have rights prior to conception, the sperm and the egg, because it's going to be future sentience in the future?
If it's in the first trimester and they develop,
I'm not talking about trimesters yet. We're talking about before fertilization.
Okay, then sure. Then do whatever you need to.
They have rights prior to conception.
Nah. Well, I don't. Shit. They got a right to live. Yeah, for sure. I think they got a right.
The sperm and the egg have a right to live.
Oh, nah.
No, but there's future subjective experience there. So you don't care about just future subjective experience.
Yes, I do. Because once those two things do what they do, then that's when it become a problem. Once you do that into a female, bro, that's when
because then you say you reach a stage in which is valuable. The same way that, like, when I'm saying that it's not valuable until it reaches the stage in which it has sentience. So if you care about the sentience and you don't care about the potential sentience, right, just alone, right, then it is the case that you're not going to value it until it's sentient.
Bro, you see what you're doing? You're trying to tell me what I care about. I'm going to tell you what I care about again.
I actually am, because that is literally what you care about.
So I'm going to tell you what I care about again, because you always be tricking me, bro.
I'm not tricking you in anything.
Tricking me, bro.
I'm not tricking you, J-Man. I'm telling you what you already believe.
Because
J-Man, I'm trying to give you a based abortion opinion, okay? If we can get you to a sentient stance and you're pro-choice till then, that's going to be based enough, okay?
Bro, I care about what? A brain. I care about the skin. I care about the heart. And these is all major organs. And in the first trimester,
you don't care about those things because, again,
yes,
the brained individual. You pull the plug; they still have those things. You don't care about that. You said
female.
You then said future subjective experience. We brought up a scenario where there's future subjective experience, yet it is the case that you didn't value that entity. Okay, so if there is future subjective experience, right, in this scenario, why is that valuable?
So, because you need all those things to have a subjective experience, bro.
Oh my gosh, in order to have a subjective experience, right, it had to have been the case that my parents engaged in intercourse at that particular moment. If they engaged in intercourse 10 minutes later, would that have been wrong?
You don't know that you wouldn't be here though, bro.
Okay, exactly. You wouldn't know that you weren't here if you got aborted prior to sentience, because there would be no notion of any type of subjective experience.
Sure.
Well, okay, what's your point then?
Because these things is developing. These things is developing,
then
bro.
Why didn't you apply that in the other scenario?
And when you bro, when you die, you don't even you acting like you know that you dead, bro. You don't know that you dead when you die, bro. If you die,
you don't. Okay, so you don't know that you're dead if you never lived in the first place in terms of subjective experience,
okay, so
right?
I can say the same thing about you, bro. If I killed you right now, you're not gonna know that you dead, bro. So what's
appreciate the elephant? Thank you so much. Well, I'm gonna know that you were gonna do that to me because I'm sentient.
No,
and also, again, it would have happened to an individual. Hold up. And also would have happened to it. Hold up. It would have happened to an individual which is sentient, right? Again, I don't know what you're talking about with that. I'm not using that standard. J-Man, I wasn't using that standard. You were using that standard. So if I respond back to you with your standard, why are you responding back to me with the same standard?
Because you said...
Why are you critiquing your own standard? You understand what you're doing?
Bro. No, I'm not. I'm critiquing what you said about my standard, because you said that these kids ain't gonna know that they dead. Like, these kids ain't gonna know that they died. But if somebody came in your house right now with a gun and shot you in the back of the head, you're not gonna know that you died either, bro. Do your homework.
Okay, that's your own standard, smart one. That's what you didn't realize. Okay, I was critiquing your standard. So that you heard my critique. You heard my critique to your standard, and then you're like, "Oh, let me critique myself," and then you did it.
So what was my standard?
That's what you just did.
What was my standard?
Sorry.
What was my standard?
Sorry. Can you rephrase? I literally just remembered, but I forgot.
My standard was that these people got brains. These people got skin.
Oh wait, yeah. So it was the organs, the necessary properties. Sorry, my brain literally forgot for a second. So the standard was that they have the necessary properties to reach this later stage. I brought up a scenario where there was the necessary properties to reach this stage, yet you didn't value those necessary properties.
And how didn't I do that?
And then actually, that was not what we were talking about. We were talking about the no standard. So your standard was that, oh, if I don't know this happens to me, well, then it's okay to have happened.
No.
I critiqued that standard, and then you critiqued it again.
No, you said that, bro. You said that these babies don't know that they being unalive, so they don't got sentience, bro. Why you trying to flip that on me, bro?
Wait. I was telling you a response to what you said. You said that, and then I responded that they wouldn't know, right? If it
You
was
said that
prior
these
to
babies
sentience.
would not know. You said that
Yeah,
these babies would not
because
know.
that was a responding to your standard in which saying if they don't know, it's fine. That's
When
what
I
you
said
don't
that, bro,
understand.
you lying on my name, bro.
I'm not lying on anyone's name.
You lying on my name. I want you
No,
to
I'm
go
not.
back. I want you to go back and rewatch this whole video because I just beat you, Parker. And now you
J-Man,
lying
I
on
don't
my
think
name.
you have the capacity to win in any debate, J-Man.
So now do the slurs, and then next time I'm gonna beat you in that. I already done beat you in trans women. I done beat you in abortion.
J-Man,
So-
J-Man, you're actually Delulu. Like, legitimately. Yeah, J-Man, that was rough, dude. Are you leaving? Is he leaving, chat? I think he just left. Yo, everyone tap that screen. Let's try to get to 150,000 likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share the live. He just left. Share the live, copy link, send it to a few friends. We're going to go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. J-Man won that debate. So real, dude. He did. J-Man won that. So real. So fucking real, chat. So real. Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates. Everyone tap that screen. Let's try to get to 250,000 likes, everyone. He won and you kicked him? No, he left. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello, I'm 27.
For sure. Do you think that abortion is wrong during the first trimester?
Yes, I do. I'm actually in my second trimester right now. But there's a few things I wanted to clear up that you went over in with the last guy. So you were saying that an IUD prevents an egg from fertilization. Well, that's actually incorrect. An IUD prevents, and any birth control prevents an egg from even releasing. So,
yeah, so there are multiple different functions. Okay, so the IUDs can prevent fertilization and they can prevent pregnancy. In terms of the what's it called, the egg after fertilization being stopped from being able to implant into the uterine wall, right? So it can prevent within both respects, right? You could look this up yourself. This is absolutely on the internet.
Yeah, but in most situations, it just prevents the egg from releasing, kind of like Plan B.
So like, you understand that it depends on the type of IUD they'd be referencing. I would like to see what IUDs you'd be referencing though with that.
I've never used an IUD, so I wouldn't know. But, and then also another
So
thing.
like, I do you want me to show you a source that can indicate that?
Yeah, sure, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I need to find my phone real quick.
But
actually.
there's a few other things. I just personally don't believe in abortion unless there's like a medical need for one.
Oh, actually, I don't even have my phone.
But anyway, sorry, my dog's barking.
You're good, don't worry.
But another thing is all the organs are developed in the first trimester. They're just not fully formed yet. The heart actually starts beating at the 5th or 6th week. And we normally don't find out we're pregnant until like the 3rd or 4th week.
Yeah. Wait. So what was your point? I'm confused.
I'm just saying.
What
that
did you say? Sorry. Say that again.
Like, the heart starts beating very early in pregnancy, which
Wait. Sorry. Restate what you just said again. I apologize.
Oh, no, you're fine. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine now.
I was saying that the heart starts beating around the 5th or 6th week, and we normally find out we're pregnant at the 3rd,
that's like an
4th.
electrical impulse, by the way. The
I mean,
heart
it's
thing.
it's flutters around 5 or 6 weeks, but it's beating. I heard
Yeah.
it in the first trimester.
It's like an electrical impulse. Right. What typically is considered more with like an actual heartbeat is like around like 11 weeks. Right. But I mean, that's minute to me. I don't really care whether or not you consider that to be a heartbeat at that point.
I do. I mean, you can hear the valves like moving because it sounds like a galloping horse in the first trimester. But I do agree. But normally you can find out in the first trimester if there's something genetically wrong with your baby. Not always, but you can. And a lot of people can then decide to get an abortion.
Yeah. Wait. So when do you think getting an abortion is okay?
I'm kind of on the fence with it. But I mean, it hurts me when someone just gets one to get one. But like for medical reasons, I mean, I understand that for sure.
Yeah. So, so when do you think it's okay?
It's not forming. I'm just like on the fence. I don't lean like pro-choice or pro-life 100%. But I definitely think if there's something medically wrong, that makes sense to get an abortion, depending on like what's going on.
Yeah. So you can just look up clevelandclinic.org, by the way, just IUD on Cleveland Clinic.
Okay.
And
I've never been
gives
on
you the
IUD.
same description that I just referenced, by the way. But so like, do you think an abortion at like 2 weeks is okay? 3 weeks pregnancy?
We don't know we're pregnant at 2 weeks. That's when fertilization is taking place.
Like, no, do you like? I'm just talking conceptually speaking. Again, we're talking. I meant after pregnancy.
2 or 3 weeks.
I'm not talking because I know implantation takes a bit after fertilization. I wasn't talking after fertilization. I was talking after pregnancy.
Like once you find out you're pregnant, is an abortion okay?
Yeah. Is that okay?
I mean, so my first pregnancy actually ended in miscarriage, and I had to be on medicine. I had to take medication, which is technically for an abortion, to get the rest out. So I don't know if that's technically an abortion. I don't agree with it when the baby's like 100% okay, and they're just getting rid of it to get rid of it.
Yeah. So you want to get if someone gets the abortion pill, right, within the first trimester, right? Is that wrong? Again, within the say first 11 weeks.
I mean, if it's something medically going on, I can understand.
Nothing medically. Just they want to get an abortion.
I don't agree with it.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, I'm not gonna like treat them any differently or anything. I don't agree with it.
Really? Okay. So here's my question then, right? Do you think that it should be illegal?
Illegal? No.
No, it shouldn't be legal.
No, I think women should have proper care.
Would you be friends with someone that had an IUD?
Yes, I would be friends with someone who had an abortion.
Okay, well, wouldn't they be murderers under your view?
I wouldn't
Would you
call
be
them
friends
a
with a
murderer.
murderer?
No, I'd be scared.
But you consider them murderers.
I just said that. I didn't say that they're a murderer.
But you do think that they're murderers.
I mean, they're just killing off their baby.
Is that not murder under your view?
I mean, I guess technically speaking, but it's just different.
You'd be friends with a murderer.
I would be friends with someone who got an abortion. I don't.
Yeah, which is a murderer under your view, right?
I just don't agree with it. I have a friend who's got an abortion early. I just don't 100% agree with it.
Yeah, and I know you not agreeing with it is saying that it's murder, right? It's an unjustified killing of another individual or like another human.
I mean,
right?
yeah,
So
the baby.
that's murder under your view, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so if that's murder under your view, and you said that you wouldn't be friends with a murderer, then you wouldn't be friends with an individual that has an IUD or got an abortion.
I guess.
But you have a friend that right now that literally has gotten an abortion, yet you're still friends with them.
Very early on before the heart was beating.
So that makes it seem like to me that you don't care about it as much as you care about other forms of murder under your worldview.
I don't.
You don't?
I mean, I think if you went out in the street and killed someone, that's worse.
Why is it worse?
Because they're alive, like they're outside the womb, they're walking around. It's an act of hate.
Why is outside of the womb any different from inside of the womb?
I don't know.
I would say that we can make some distinctions outside of the womb and inside of the womb on the basis of subjective experience.
Yeah, like I said, I would never vote for abortion to be illegal, ever. I just don't agree with it fully.
So you think there should be legal murder?
I'm not saying it like that.
That's actually what your worldview is. Actually, like, I'm not joking. If you think that's wrong and you think that it should be legal.
I just said I don't agree with it.
Yeah. You saying you don't agree with it means you think it's wrong. If you think it's wrong and it's killing another person, that is murder, right? So you're okay with legal murder under your worldview?
No, I just said I didn't want it. I just said that it's legal.
It's legal. Yeah. So again, legal murder.
I guess.
Yep.
I mean, if you think about it this way, if something's like wrong with it and you have to get a DNC or something, I guess that you consider that murder too, medically.
A DNC?
Yeah.
Wait. By the
A DNC is when
at what
they-
point in pregnancy? I'm saying. Appreciate that. They had mustache. Thank you.
You can get normally a DNC is performed when it can be done in the first trimester, but it's when they go in and take the baby out because it's too far
At what
along.
point? At what point in the pregnancy?
Could be in the first trimester.
So in the first trimester, I have no issue with the first trimester abortion.
No, I'm just saying, do you consider that murder? Like,
No.
if something's medically wrong.
No, I appreciate the rose. Thank you. No, that's not not murder. I don't consider it murder until it would be after the
After it's
point of
born.
sentience and you cause the pregnancy, right? And it's also there's not medical complications or medical necessity, things like that.
Yeah. I don't understand it sometimes, but I would never want women not to have the care they need.
Thank you so much.
So I'm kind of on the fence about it. Like, I personally wouldn't get one unless it was like a super extreme scenario, like my baby's organs was growing outside of its body or, something like that. But I just don't understand why people do it. But it's none of my business. I just don't agree with it.
Sure. All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to talk about or add?
No, I didn't think you were going to let me join.
Appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much.
Yep. Bye-bye.
All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request. If you disagree, we are just looking for some debates. Tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 250,000 likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share the live, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 27.
For sure. Do you think abortion is wrong during the first trimester?
I would say yes.
Why so?
Well, for me, I believe that abortions aren't, in my opinion, I don't believe abortion should be used unless it's medical or if it's restricted. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that, not everybody can handle a child, and I get that, and circumstances happen or whatever, but I believe it shouldn't be used as a form of birth control, and it should be limited to the amount of times you can get an abortion.
Okay, so why?
Because there are multiple different forms of birth control out there that you can use to prevent getting pregnant.
Okay, and 51% of abortions result from failed contraception. So it's still the case.
But so I guess if you're only taking birth control, I can understand because it's not 100% effective. But if you take birth control, you also use protection, and then he also does the pull-out method, there is a 100% chance you cannot get a child. And if you don't,
that's not true.
How is that not true? Because if there's birth control, a condom, and
that's
also
not 100% though. If you multiply the different percentages, you're not going to end up with 100%. I promise you. That's just basic statistics.
It doesn't have to be based off of numbers. It's based off of
It is based off of numbers. You just made a probabilistic claim.
If there is not sperm that can enter into a female's body, then she cannot get pregnant.
So it is the case that, again, there can be some that gets through. It's not 100%. So for example, condoms what's the percent likelihood of being effective? Less than 100%, right?
It's like 98%, I believe.
No, they're about 85%. So if you want to relate to birth control and then also relate to the pull-out method, you compare those different percentages, right? And then it is the case that you would end up with a percent that would be lower than 100%, right? Because it would be multiplying them against percentages in which are less than 100%. Appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much. In order for it to be 100%, it would have to be 100% in all cases. Only abstinence would be that.
When you look at statistics and you don't look at the actual functionality of all of them mixed together, if you want to take that extra precaution, pop a Plan B. I mean, realistically, once the sperm is killed and it cannot enter into a female's body, it is dead. There is no baby that can be formed.
Yeah, how understand that sperm stays living for a few days, right?
You're reading off statistics because you're not a female. I'm a female. I understand my body.
We're talking about sperm.
I've talked with a bunch of different.
Wait, we're talking about sperm. Who produces sperm?
Sperm. I'm talking about sperm attaching to an egg.
Okay, but we're talking about sperm. So if you're going to talk about whose body it is, actually that would relate to mine.
I said that out of context. That doesn't, I'm so sorry. I will apologize for that. I said that completely wrong. But like, as a female who has female organs, I am one of the very few people that can get pregnant extremely easy. There is no issue for me whatsoever. And with that being the case, if you overlap different forms of birth control or protection, your chances of getting pregnant are almost at zero.
I would agree with you. Like, there you go. Like, I 100% agree. Like, you're going to have very, very low chance of getting pregnant. And that's what I would think is way more beneficial to do. But I would say that it's not zero. And then secondly, when we're relating to this, it still can be the case that someone gets pregnant even given those conditions, right? And it is the case that if they were to get pregnant given those conditions, do you think that they should be able to get an abortion?
If they have used every single one of their options and they still get pregnant, then yes, like I said in the beginning, I just don't think that it should be used as a form of birth control. If you're not using protection, you're not on birth control, the man's not, pulling out, you're not.
How do you know actually what they're doing though? That's my point. Is that like
it would be a mental thing for themselves. Like, hey, I don't want to get pregnant. I'm like to the point where I will go and get an abortion. Shouldn't they take then the necessary precautions to at least try not to, instead of using something as birth control that's essentially, in the eyes of some people, killing a life?
Yeah, so the methods that we relate to in terms of using contraception and like these different types of methods, there's no practically applicable basis for that in terms of legality. If we want to relate to like what was the second claim you made? Sorry. Oh, birth control. So, using abortion as birth control is actually like something that can lead towards like greater levels of harm towards an individual, right? Typically speaking, after a few abortions, I'm pretty sure people can't even continue to do that without it being extremely high rate of risk. Cause I'm pretty sure it increases over time. And then secondly, it's also the case that like it's extremely expensive, right? So like, I don't think that people are like, right, just using it as necessarily a form of birth control when other forms of birth control are significantly more effective.
I mean, I know a couple people personally that do use it as birth control. So, I mean, it's not that it doesn't happen. And like I said, for certain situations, I believe that people should be able to do whatever they want, especially in the first trimester. Now, if you were talking about something like second or third trimester, I would completely disagree. But obviously that's not. I just came on here because you had made a statement with the last person that you had talked to. I have to rethink of what it was. Honestly, I think it lost me. It might come back. But while I'm thinking about it, you're more than welcome to bring somebody else up. It's fine. I can drop it in the comments or something.
Sure. Yeah. If you'd like to do that, that's completely fine.
All right. Yeah. Cause it totally lost my mind. My kids are over here trying to talk to me at the same time I'm trying to talk to you. So it's
you're good. Don't worry. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, we're gonna go to the next person. Tap that screen. Let's try to get to 100,000 likes. If you want to help get out, or 150,000 likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share the live copy link. Send it to a few friends. Everyone, y'all already know the deal. Everyone, yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Hello? Okay, for some reason this person isn't here. We're gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do disagree. We are just looking for some debates. Everyone, tap that screen. Everyone, let's try to get to 250,000 likes, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 23.
For sure. Do you think that abortion is wrong during the first trimester?
Absolutely.
Why so?
I'm speaking as a mother of two kids. Personally, I wouldn't. I think there's a lot of other.
Are you driving, by the way?
No, I'm not. I'm just outside. Okay. There's a bunch of other alternatives that you can go through to prevent pregnancy. And to me, no matter biology, other people's opinions, they could say it's not a baby until it starts breathing or it starts eating up, or all those excuses that people make. Once you see those double lines and you find out you're pregnant, that's a baby. And abortion, you're just taking a life. That's just my opinion on it, though.
Okay, so you do think it's wrong to get an abortion in the first trimester then? Yeah. So like, what would be the reason why we would say that like something like this embryo, right, would be something that we consider of value?
Because it's a baby. It's not just. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's all different opinions. Like I said, biology and this and that, right? Or just like scientific. When it comes to science, when you're pregnant and all that, to me and my eyes, once I see those double lines or that blood test come back or this and that, to me, it's a baby from the very beginning. Once I find out I'm pregnant, that's a baby to me.
Okay, so yeah, but like the idea here is that like. So your notion is that if it's alive, like if it's alive at conception, it's valuable?
Yeah.
Okay, so my point would be is like we could point back to the notion in which it's like a fertilized egg, right? A single cell organism. What about that single cell organism is valuable? Like what from the life?
It's just valuable from the beginning.
Okay, so we just say it's valuable. So then my question would be is, like if we're in a burning building, right, and on one end there is a like two zygotes that in the future are going to be implanted into uterine walls and become human beings like me and you, two on one side, and then on the other side there's a newborn baby, and you can either save either the newborn baby or the two zygotes. Which one would you try to save?
That's hard because I feel like either way, like something's gonna be lost at the end of the day. So like, I mean, granted, one is like physically there. Granted, the other one it's not implanted or it's not there yet.
So you would save the newborn baby?
Yeah.
Okay, so when it relates to the newborn baby, there's one newborn baby but two zygotes. So if it is the case that you value them equally in terms of them being living, then you would value the two zygotes more than the one newborn baby. But in this scenario, you value the newborn baby.
I would value them both at the same. But I mean,
you don't value them the same, because if you valued them the same, then two lives would not be valued less than one life.
Yeah, okay, you have a point there. You do. You're not wrong on that.
Yeah, so let's say you even value the zygote, right? The idea here is that then we have a clear distinction between how much we value a newborn baby different than a zygote. And why would that be? Well, to me, it would be because, well, the newborn baby has some type of experience that we're referencing.
Physically there, and the other one's physically not there.
Well, they're physically there still.
Well, yeah, but the other one, okay, so when the newborn baby is actually born, as an example, right?
Well, I don't think born is necessarily like different. Like if it was, say, two 9-month-old fetuses, right, or one newborn baby, who would you save?
I don't even know because they're both.
You'd save the two fetuses, right?
Yeah, I'd want to save all three.
No, the two fetuses or the one newborn baby.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, that's hard because, like, I'd want to save all. I wouldn't want neither of the lives taken.
Well, I know, but the point of the analogy is to see which one you value more, right? So it is one or the other.
You got to choose.
Huh?
You have to choose.
I have to choose?
Yeah.
What would y'all choose?
At the end of the day, you have to choose one or the other.
Well, what would you choose? Choose. Okay, so you said two 9-month fetuses?
Two 9-month fetuses or one newborn baby. To me, it's clearly the two 9-month fetuses, right? So even though they're not born yet, right, we still value them just as much. Why? Because of the subjective experience that they have.
I think Xanax is 2 versus 1.
You said 2 versus 1?
I don't know if that's the way he's looking.
Yeah. I mean, I get, like, where you're coming from. Like, I'm not saying, like, you're wrong on, like, when you're explaining that. I mean, I personally, like, I would hope I was never in the fucking position where I would have to choose between that, because that's just screwed all the way around. No, it's okay. Well, I mean, yes, one's born. You have a newborn baby, and then you have 9-month fetuses, 2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah. The only distinction is like literally like less than a month's time between the individuals, right? But there's 2 of one and only 1 of the other. Well, to me, it's pretty clear that I don't see a distinction between the two, because the only distinction is going to be on the basis of there being some sort of location difference.
You pick the one alive? That's just hard. I don't know. I would never want to choose that. I mean, I get like it's the point like you'd have to choose. Like you said that you would choose the 2 9-month fetuses.
Yeah. So my point that it demonstrates here is that the notion of the individual being outside of the womb doesn't necessarily grant it value. It's going to be some condition that's granted within the context of the womb that we would consider to be valuable, insofar as that we can say that there are certain points during pregnancy where you can have an abortion, but certain points outside of the womb where you cannot do anything bad to them, right? Because it is the case that we have a difference in the level of value that we place upon it.
I don't know. Me just across the board. I don't agree necessarily with abortion. I don't agree with it in the first trimester, any trimester, or this and that. I look to it as a baby. I never called my kids fetuses when I was pregnant. I always called it my baby because it was a baby. And
a fetus is just like the point of the development.
Yeah.
But sure, like the idea is because we have this idea in our heads of like what it's going to be, right? That there's this future kid, right? And I have thoughts and ideas of what my future kids are going to be like, and I would say I might even have certain notions of caring, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that they exist. That would be the idea, is you just have this image or this idea of what they're going to be in the future in my head. The same way that like when I am making food or something, right? It's not going to be the case until the food is made that my image is actually actualized of what I was valuing.
Okay, I get that.
Okay, I get where you're coming from on that. Everyone has their own opinions, and I get where you're coming from. I'm not saying like you're wrong or anything. Everyone's, obligated to their own opinions. Just me personally, like I've known people that have gone abortions. Like that's, you do you. It's your body, your choice, whatever. I just personally, I'm not one to agree that abortions are personally okay for myself. I personally wouldn't do it, but I mean, that's just my opinion, and everyone's obligated to like their own opinions about that, I guess.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can have your opinion about it, of course. Like, I'm not saying that you can't have an opinion. Like, my idea is that it doesn't seem like we really have any reason to like care about it prior to this notion in which it's sentient. Right, but if you don't want to get an abortion yourself, that's completely up to you. I'm just saying, like, we should probably have some sort of like legal basis, at least based upon our morals, that would indicate that it would be wrong at specific times, but okay in specific times. Because certainly speaking, we are going to say that there are certain times in which abortion is permissible, like legally.
No, yeah, I get that. Yeah.
So you're only doing that to yourself.
All right.
Okay, I appreciate it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, I need to grab some real quick because I literally don't know where my phone is. I just realized that I literally do not have my phone. I have to go grab it. Give me like literally like 2 seconds, everyone. Give me like literally 1 second, everyone. I don't even know where the fuck it is. Where the hell is my phone? Where the fuck is my phone? Chat, where is my phone? Where the fuck is my phone? Yo, where's it at? Chat, where'd it go? My phone literally disappeared, everyone. I can't look at any of the Venmos or anything like that. I'm not recording. No, I don't record. I record on my computer. I literally have no clue where it went. Chat, I actually have no idea. Should I keep looking? Because bathroom, I'll continue to look. I literally have no clue. Where the hell? There we are. I found it. Let's go, chat. I found it. Let's go. Okay, because people sent me stuff, and I want to make sure that I can actually see it. I found it, chat. I found it. Okay. Dean called me. I appreciate it, Dean.
Upon your stream and saw that you lost it.
I appreciate it, bro. You're on the mic right now, everyone. Or by the way, guess who this is, chat? Who's this? Does anyone know in chat?
I don't know. I think this may be, your V1. You're clone of this guy, right?
Yeah, I know. I hit up the clone real quick, everyone. That's wild. All right, bro. I'll see you here later, man. Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate it, man. Have a good stream.
W Dean. Let's fucking go. W Dean. Keep tapping that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 250,000 likes. It's been a bit weird on the algorithm, everyone, since since what's it called? The last ban, but I think we're gonna be fine, everyone. Don't worry. DL, I think that's wasn't me. Thank you so much for the $15. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. W wasn't me in the chat, everyone. W wasn't me. We're gonna go on to the next person. Only send a guest request. If you disagree, we are just looking for some debates. Keep tapping that screen. Keep sharing the live. You already know the deal, everyone. All right. All right. For some reason, it's not accepting this person. We're going to try the next. Yo, Suzanne, I appreciate the hearts. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. Let's try to get to the next person, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello? I'm 20.
For sure. Do you think that abortion is wrong during the first trimester?
Yes, I feel like it's wrong. I got a lot of reasons on why, because I was hearing the last girl talking about why it was wrong, but I got an opinion on why it's wrong. I feel like mostly because like you're an adult, right? You know what you're doing. You know who you messing with or whatever. Like, I don't understand why people say it's wrong when you should know what you're doing. You know, like, there's protection and stuff like that. If people don't use it, that's because they know what they get into. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, I just think it's wrong because how you going to abort something that, like, it's living, but it's not living, but it's not, like, how do I explain this? How do I explain this to you? You're an adult. And you should know, like, what you're getting into because, like I said, there is protection. And, like, protection helps you not to get a baby or whatever. But if you don't use it, then obviously, there's a chance of you getting pregnant. So why would you abort a baby that's not even born when you could just use protection and that thing wouldn't even happen at all? Like, you wouldn't even think about abortion. You wouldn't even waste money on an abortion. But, and like, instead, people, they have sexual intercourse and then they find out they're pregnant and then they want to get an abortion. They should have thought about that.
Did you know 51% of abortions are actually due to failed contraception?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it is the case that a lot of people do use contraception. It is also is the case that it still ends up leading to pregnancy. So in the event of them using protection and it leading to pregnancy, do you think that they should be able to get an abortion?
No, I still don't think so. I still don't think so. That's why there's many other reasons. There's other things that you can use to not get pregnant. For example, like a Plan B, like not the well. People use Plan Bs. Yeah, that's not. You could use that the next day. The baby's not inside of you. You can use a Plan B, or you could use like women could get birth control, or you could get other things to not get pregnant. And that's why That's why I tell you, like, it doesn't make sense to me why people want to get an abortion. Like I said, you're an adult, you should know what you're doing. But at the same time, like, I get what you're trying to say when, like sometimes people use protection, you can still get pregnant. But yeah, but you could also think of like a Plan B the next day, or you could also think of a birth control or something that could like cause you not to get pregnant. But people don't think about that. Instead, they want to go out doing whatever they want to do. Boom, you get pregnant and you want to abort.
Now, can you get an abortion in the event in which you do those things and it still ends up you getting pregnant? And by the way, Plan B is not contraception.
Okay. I don't. I don't know. Look, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Like you said, like it's like everybody's opinion or whatever. But I don't think that's right. Like I never got.
So you think it's wrong in either circumstance? So it doesn't matter whether or not they're using contraception; it's still wrong.
Yeah, it's still wrong. I mean, it's still wrong. I mean.
Okay. So then here's my question: Why are we going to value the embryo? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, why are we going to value the embryo?
I don't know.
No reason?
No.
Why do we value children?
Because it's a life. What if like what if your mom got an abortion when she had you? You wouldn't even be here right now.
I wouldn't be here if my parents didn't have intercourse at that particular time. If my parents decided not to have a third kid, I wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
So, but that doesn't mean it's wrong for them to not decide to have a third kid.
But that wasn't your question. That wasn't your question about having kids. No. You said, what you say? I forgot what the fuck you said.
Well, I don't even think it's relevant. So I was asking you, like, why do we value at this point? And then you were saying, like, oh, if that didn't exist, if you didn't exist at that point, your parents didn't go through with that, you wouldn't exist. Well, not everything that didn't lead to my particular existence, right? Not doing those actions, that's not necessarily wrong, right? There would have been like so many necessary conditions for me to be able to exist. My parents meeting, my parents like literally engaging at that particular time, deciding to have multiple children, deciding to continue after having two. Like it is the case that like many conditions had to have been there and were necessary for my existence. That doesn't mean that we necessarily value all of those states. Does that make sense? We value the state in which we have some sort of subjective experience or conceptualization of experience.
Yeah, but I feel like if you don't evaluate a certain
Oh, you're a little far from your mic, by the way.
You said that should we? You said should we evaluate every kid, or I don't know.
We value like the subjective experience of children. That's why. Alyssa, I appreciate the Venmo. Thank you so much.
I feel like you should. Oh shit. Cause okay, I feel like you dumb if you get an abortion. I just feel like you dumb. Like in my opinion. Well, I don't even care. It's not. It's actually how I feel. Like I just think you dumb if you get an opinion, because that's a baby. Like you taking a whole other life.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, right? Let's say my girlfriend got pregnant, right? And I'm 21 and she's 20, right?
Okay.
She gets an abortion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is she dumb for that?
Yes.
Why?
Because you taking a life, like what?
Who cares?
It's something like who cares?
Wait, who cares? It's not sentient.
If God, like, look, if
okay, God.
It's for a reason. It's for a reason. Like
so no, is it embedded in the notion of God? Because like I don't care about there just being life. I care about there being like some sort of subjective experience.
Look, I feel like if she got pregnant and she got an abortion, I would feel like that's wrong, because if y'all had sexual intercourse or whatever, I feel like y'all should know what y'all was doing, first of all, and second, like it's wrong to get an abortion. I mean, like God puts stuff in your path for a reason, and if she wanted her to get pregnant was for a reason. That could probably change your life, or that could like you could have a whole, like your son could have been famous, or your son could have had a big.
Oh my God! Like, okay, I don't care about my like children being famous. Also, like in the same way that they could be famous, they could be a serial killer.
Exactly.
Okay, well then why are we only looking at the positive things? So look at the negative then. They could be a serial killer. What's your point?
But the baby not even born, so to know for us to know what the fuck is gonna be. So
yeah, I don't care. I don't.
I
really don't think that there's an issue prior to the point in which it's sentient, right? Like for example, right? Do you think it's okay for families to pull the plug on an individual in their family in which is brain dead?
No.
No, it's wrong.
Yeah, because you should just that person die whenever they feel like dying. Only the body.
Whenever they feel like dying.
That is wrong. I mean, yeah.
So do you know? So we should spend thousands of dollars every single day to keep them on machines in which they're never going to come back.
What do you mean?
Like, can I tell you the average? What is the average cost of keeping someone alive who's brain dead?
I don't know. I never had somebody in my family like that, so I wouldn't know.
I was asking Siri. Um, 11,000 to 23,000. What is this, a day?
Look, I feel like it depends because, like, if you love that person, you just want to spend as much time as you want with that person. It don't matter if how much money you spend or none of that. At the end of the day, everybody's going to die. So you might as well spend money and time with the person that's about to fucking die while you have time with them. Like, what?
You can't spend time with someone who's brain dead.
Okay.
I meant like in the same way that like I'd be like, I'm gonna go spend time with my mom. Well, you can like engage with your mom.
Mm-hmm.
You can like go get food, right? Like, you can't do that with someone who's brain dead. They're gone. Their consciousness is gone.
But they're not fully dead.
Their body's alive.
Okay. But their brain is not, right?
Kaplan estimates it could be $7,500 per day to keep someone alive who's brain dead. So should a family be obligated to pay $7,500 a day to keep that individual alive?
In my opinion, I don't speak for everybody, but I mean, if you want, go for it. I don't care. I mean, like I said, I don't speak for everybody. Like, if you want to do that, you want to pay that much, go ahead.
Yeah, so they can be, there's an individual that was, wait, no, do you think that they should be mandated to pay that?
No, not at all.
No,
Not at all.
okay.
You shouldn't even paying at all. Because what is that? Like, you shouldn't be paying not even a fucking cent, to be honest.
Why?
Because why? Why are you gonna, like at the end of the day, the person gonna die and you over here, like, telling this person to pay this much for what? If that person gonna, like, it's a,
So what should the doctors and the nurses do for money? Should they like taking care of them? Should they just do it for free?
no. But I don't think it should be that much.
Okay, well, I agree with you. That's extremely expensive,
Yeah.
right? But that is the case. That's what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if someone's not obligated to pay that, right, when it relates to the circumstance, you're essentially saying that they're not obligated to sustain an individual in which is biologically speaking alive, but they don't have subjective experience. So is it subjective experience that you value there? Because again, there are some people that have been kept alive on brain deads for 20 years. Can you imagine 20 years of paying $7,500 a day?
No, that's a lot.
Yeah, 7,500 times 365, that's 2.7 million. Times by 20 is, guess what? It's 55 million. You got 55 million over 20 years?
No.
No one does, right?
Right.
No one's got that money.
Okay, but how did we get into that? We was talking about the whole abortion.
My point is that I don't value it until it has sentience, right? The brain dead individual.
Wait. What is your opinion on the question that you're asking? Because if you're asking it, it's for a reason. Like, what do you think?
What do I think about it, like abortion?
Yes.
I think it's okay to get an abortion up until sentience, or they have subjective experience, which is around like likely 18 weeks, would be my standard. If you caused it.
Okay.
So people who were raped, people who are children, they can get an abortion at any point. When we're referencing people with medical complications, medical necessity, they can get an abortion. So there's lots of exceptions that are granted there.
Okay.
But do you think it's okay for someone who's raped to get an abortion?
No, I mean, like I told you. No. To any question you ask me, no. I'm sorry, like, just no. No, I mean,
if the mother's life is at risk, should you be able to get an abortion?
If their life was at risk, like them?
Yeah.
Either way, the baby gonna die if you get an abortion or not. If your life is at risk, you gonna die with the baby or without.
If the baby would survive but they would die, would you say that they should give up their life for the baby?
Yeah, because
you think they should be mandated by law to give their life up for the baby?
Not if they want to, because some people don't think like that. Yeah, if they want to give their life to their own baby, their own blood, and a little.
Okay, sure, but like, okay, so someone who's raped, right? you think that they shouldn't be able to get an abortion. They should be forced to go through that pregnancy.
It's because, like, I don't speak for everybody.
So
like,
a 12-year-old child who got raped, should they continue through a pregnancy if they're medically able?
First of all, why are they even having sex at 12 years old?
They didn't. They got raped.
No, well, oh, okay, yeah, that's different. Oh, no, okay, oh, damn.
Can they get an abortion?
It's because that's different. That's different.
Should they be able to get an abortion?
Yes.
They should.
No.
So pro-choice then?
Yeah. I don't know. It's in the middle. It all depends how that person thinks. Like I said, I don't speak for everybody.
Okay. So you, in that scenario, you can get an abortion. So someone who's raped in general, they should be able to get an abortion?
Yeah, well, no.
No? So why should someone who's been raped be forced to go through pregnancy?
No, I'm not saying that. I said yes, no, I don't know. It's in the middle for me. Yes, because...
Push the hanging lights. Thank you so much.
But then no, because that's not right. If they don't want to, they don't have to, but...
Yeah, so again, right, the idea here is pretty clear to me that someone who's been raped, right, they have no cause behind this action. They didn't cause this. It was forced upon them, so I see no reason why they are obligated to sustain.
Okay, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, then, yeah, they should get an abortion because it's not there. Well, it's there, but it's not
Well, not they should get an abortion. They should have the choice to get an abortion.
Yes, exactly. They should have the choice. If they don't want to, they don't have to. And if they want to, they can go ahead and do it. I mean, I like, that's nothing wrong. Like, that's completely, if that happened to me, I don't know what I would do in that situation, but.
Are you against the death penalty? Lauren, thank you so much for the Venmo. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No.
You're not against it? So why don't we care about life there? 4% of people on death row are innocent.
4%. Damn. I don't know. That's just...
Appreciate the hand art. Thank you so much, Jesse.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Next, we could just relate back to this. So when it relates to this behind me, are you saying that you value this?
Damn. I don't know why I have to think about this, but yes.
Okay, so you do value this. Did you know that this isn't human?
Not yet.
No, it's not. No, actually, at conception, it's human. This is a different animal, right? This is actually it's a dolphin. Okay, so are you saying that you think dolphins should have rights?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Chat, where'd you? I don't know where did you? You said you're 20, right?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why my chat's spamming that you're not an adult.
Nobody even knows me. What is you talking about? That's crazy.
Honestly, the chat does do that sometimes. What's your birth year?
Huh?
What's your birth year?
Why? You should know my birth year.
I'm just asking.
You asking that question, that's weird. I don't answer personal questions like that. You just asked me my age. I told you my age. Okay.
Why is that weird to tell me if you told me your age? I'm just trying to make sure that you can match them up.
That's different.
Can you tell me the age? Just answer. It's real quick.
No, I'm not telling you that.
You don't know, do you?
And then people gonna be like, nah, she's not 20.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm inferring here. Appreciate the autumn leaves. Thank you so much. Can you please? Because like I can get banned if you.
No, I really am. I really
So
am.
can you just
Like,
let me know? It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I know what it is. I just need to know that you know it.
Of course I know it. I was
So
born
then what is it?
2000. What are you talking about?
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Oh my God.
You're born in 2000, then you'd be 23, by the way. Nice math. We're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We're just looking for some debates, everyone. Richard, thank you so much for the Venmo. I appreciate it. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, I'm 50.
For sure. Do you think abortion is wrong during the first trimester?
No, I don't. I really wanted to comment on your last caller, and I just typed it in, just saying, like, I understand how entertaining it is to go back and forth with them like that, but at least please educate while you're doing it, because that made me really sad. I'm a teacher, and the fact that that poor young 20-year-old, 23, we're not sure, the math didn't work out, didn't even know half of the words you were saying. And she has a strong opinion, so I would really have liked to at least enlighten her, so for herself and maybe her future children, she can make better choices.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bye.
All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Let's try to get to 250,000 likes, everyone. If you want to help get out to more people, everyone, share the live, copy link, send it to a few friends. If you want to help get out to more people, everyone, again, share that live, everyone. For some reason, it's been weird on the TikTok algorithm recently. I don't know what's been going on. Ever since I got that banana, it's been a little bit weird. But if y'all help send it out to more people by tapping the screen and sharing the live, it should fix that, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 20. I'm also from New Zealand, so
What's your birth year?
At 2003.
For sure. Do you think that abortion is wrong during the first trimester?
No, actually, like I wanted to come on. So I actually had an abortion not too long ago. And yeah, I mean, that last caller was just so, I don't know, it made me really upset to kind of see, I don't know, the lack of like information, and then also kind of like how people feel the need to like spread their thoughts. I don't know. It just made me really upset, but I appreciate what you're doing.
Absolutely get it. I appreciate you coming on, though. Thank you so much, Bella. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Again, we're just looking for some debates. Everyone, please only do send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. Again, we are just looking for some debates. In the meantime, everyone, keep tapping that screen. Ryan, thank you so much. I appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much, Ryan. W. Ryan in the chat, everyone. Appreciate it. We're going to go to the next person. Again, only do send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. Yeah, what's up? Do you have a position on this?
I do. I think abortion is wrong during the first trimester, I guess second and third. But I think, to clarify, you would agree second and third trimester would be wrong?
Well, I think that it's wrong after sentience. So that would be after 18 weeks.
Okay. And so you're saying that sentience is the thing that would determine the value of human life?
That would be the determinant part of it, yeah.
So then I would just differ on you in that and saying that, I mean, you were saying past, present, and future experiences. And I would just say that it doesn't matter if they've had past and present experience. Like, I would value that human life as human life. And that's why I would say that abortion is wrong during the first trimester.
Okay, so is it wrong for me to pull the plug on an individual in my family who's brain dead?
No, because there is no possible future. Right? They're brain dead. They are essentially
still alive, though.
They're biologically alive.
Yeah.
But
So
no
it's not life that you value. It's the future subjective experience. So if it is the case that there is like two individuals engaging in intercourse and they're fertile, right? Is it wrong for them to pull out?
No, of course not, because that isn't.
But there's future subjective experience there.
You could go back to whatever about future subjective experience. I'm saying that there is life. If everyone needs to draw the line somewhere, is what we're getting at. So drawing the line for me is, if we were to let things go on naturally as it is, would you eventually have a life with purpose and meaning? And if the answer to that is yes, then yeah, I believe it'd be wrong to go in and end that life.
Okay, so that's exactly what happens here, right? They would have been able to live, right, if they didn't pull out, right? But it is the case that they pulled out.
But you didn't start a life. There is no life.
Okay, so again, so you're saying life and future subjective experience?
Yes.
Okay. So, for example, right, if I were to take your brain, right, your subjective experiences, have you watched Black Mirror?
I have.
Thankfully, fuck yes. San
You were saying
Junipero?
that earlier. I'm like, oh,
San
I hope
Junipero? You've watched
I have
San
seen that
Junipero, right?
episode, yeah.
Okay, exactly. Put your fucking brain into San Junipero. Thankfully, someone fucking understands. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I put you in there. Is torturing you in there just as bad as torturing you right now?
Yeah, that's a really
In the same
interesting.
way?
I don't actually believe that that's ever going to be possible, but in the thought exercise, I would suppose yes, because that would be me.
Okay, so the idea would then be is that the biological life would have no relevance. The idea here is then that we'd end up with an equation: life plus sentience is equal to sentience. Right? Because it is the case that in one scenario, it is equivalent with life and sentience to a scenario in which there is just sentience.
But the sentience is brought forth by life. We never had that sentience without the life first.
Life is brought about by there being like a sperm and an egg. I don't think that just because things bring about this necessarily means that you just care about this.
No, but I care about, so if we're going to say that sentience is the thing that matters, how do we get sentience in the first place? I don't think that we're going to ever create sentient life. Like, for example, if AI ever develops to a point
But how do we get life? How do we get life? We have to have their fertilization, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So we have to have a sperm and an egg.
Right.
So, but we don't value the sperm and the egg, right?
No, because it's not life yet.
Okay, that's the point. So we don't value the conditions like life prior to there being sentience because we value sentience. So do you understand the point there? But again, like the point you're saying is that sentience and life would be equivalent in terms of how much it's valued as sentience. So that would essentially mean that life is equivalent to 0 because sentience is equal to sentience.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that sentience is what's important. You need life to have sentience. That's the prerequisite. In this thought exercise where you get rid of your life and you just have sentience, that doesn't exist yet. I guess that's a philosophical question for another time when it does exist. And I'm saying that if there is a soul and that soul exists outside.
No, all we had to do was demonstrate that conceptually. Right. So if we could just demonstrate that conceptually, it seems like what you value here is the subjective experience, not necessarily the biological life. And that's what we were demonstrating there with that thought experiment. It doesn't have to physically already exist yet.
Right.
I think it can exist.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But it doesn't have to physically exist yet to demonstrate that conceptually.
Yeah. So I would agree with you then that it is the subjective experience. It is, if you want to put it in a more spiritual term, it's the soul that really matters, not necessarily the biological life behind it. Right.
Okay. Well then, yeah. I mean, if you believe in religion, right?
Yeah.
So then, there are actually many religions that do relate to ensoulment as whenever rights are granted. So I mean, that is something that's existed within the context of religion. I'm pretty sure Judaism and both Islam relate to that.
You're saying like
being 120 days of ensoulment,
getting a soul. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's like when it's granted in terms of value.
Okay.
It's like ensoulment. I know it's 120 days for Islam. I don't know what it is for Judaism though. I have to look.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I'm not sure.
But yeah, I mean, okay, so if you would just hold to like an ensoulment view, and then prior to that abortion is permissible, that would be like similar to my view.
Okay. The difference being when we actually say that is. So what I would say is I would actually say when the embryo is implanted, then that is when it gets that life and that sentience and that soul. I mean,
that's not what happens. So what is soul? What is a soul?
What is a soul? A soul is
it's not the life because it doesn't happen at conception. So what is it?
Well, if we're looking at biblical definitions of the soul, they always say that life is in the blood. And so implantation, in my opinion, is when there's that transference of nutrients between the mother and the embryo. And I would say that is when you would have that soul.
So is that when you think life begins?
That is when I would say that the life plus sentience begins. Because I can't necessarily say sperm plus egg is zygote. Now that zygote.
Can you give me any reputable institution that would say sentience begins at that point?
Sentience?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the soul.
Yeah, you said sentience begins at that point. That's what you're referencing.
Right. I'm talking from a spiritual view of the soul. The other way that we can look at that as well is if you're saying that first trimester is okay, second trimester is not, it means that there's a point at which you would say, okay, now it's not allowed. Now abortion is not okay. Is that right? And you would say
say that one more time.
So you would say that there's a point somewhere between the first and second trimester where sentience is developed and you would say, nope, now it is not okay to abort that child.
Oh no, this happens within the second trimester. This is just the title of the background that I refer to.
Okay.
So 18 weeks is when it is, which is
Okay.
a bit after the first trimester. This is like within the context of the second trimester, like halfway through.
So the point I'm getting at would be then going backwards from that point. Would you be 100% confident that what you call a life is not sentient and is not considered that human with value?
At what point?
That's what I'm saying. At any point before that point that you have defined in your head.
You can't determine on a 100% basis. I'm saying most likely.
Right. So as an analogy, if I'm driving down the road at night and I see a plastic bag in the road, but there's a 10% chance that I think it might be a baby, am I going to swerve to avoid it? Probably. Because I don't want to accidentally kill that life. So I'm the same way with abortion, is even if I'm not 100% sure, I would rather value human life than not.
Okay, so it is the case that like when you drive on the road, you have a percentage risk of like hitting the car in front of you that could have babies in the back.
Of course.
Does that mean that you're not going to drive in a car?
That means I'm going to do everything I can to not hit the car in front of me.
Yeah, sure, you could do that, but you're still going to drive in a car even though there's a risk.
Of course.
So you can do everything for you to not get this particular end, right? But that doesn't mean that you wouldn't necessarily drive, right? So I mean that I'm confused what you're trying to get through here.
It's the same analogy would be with abortion. Is I'm not telling people that they can't have sex because there's a risk of pregnancy. I'm saying you're going to do everything you can to avoid that. But once there's that life inside of you and it's growing and it's developing this future potential, I believe at that point that abortion is wrong.
Yeah, and again, if it is the case that there's future potential between a man engaging intercourse with a woman, right? Because there's, again, if they continue to engage and ends with like you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
Then it is the case that it's going to lead to reproduction, right? So if someone pulls out, right, it is the case that under your worldview that's going to be considered wrong, right? Because there was a potential subjective experience that could have existed. If they pull out,
there is no future potential for life.
Well, yeah, the idea is that they removed that future potential on the basis of that particular action.
Right. And I'm saying that abortion isn't removing a future potential. Abortion is removing that life.
So, okay, so you're just relating to the life and it, which would relate to the analogy that I brought up to you with like the Black Mirror circumstance where you value life and sentience plus life the same, which would then just indicate that, again, sentience and then sentience and life the same. So again, sentience is just going to be, life is going to be equal to zero.
You're using a fictitious example to try and make somebody into a monster. Because if I were ever to say to you that no, there is no biological life attached to that soul, and therefore
it's conceptual. It's conceptual, and it demonstrates exactly what we're saying. That just having the experience is what we consider to be valuable. Right. So again, it would be equivalent to zero under your worldview.
Under my worldview, that life is equal to zero? I wouldn't say that at all.
That's actually what it would be entailed given that analogy.
No, because that soul had life.
That soul had life.
Yes.
So
it's not an AI that now developed sentience because it's some super.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that you're saying that you wouldn't value an AI with sentience.
No.
Oh, no, not at all?
No.
So you torture AIs with sentience. Nothing wrong?
It's AI. It's not human. It's completely different. So yeah, if that's a thought exercise.
So if I create simulations where there are AIs with sentience, right? And then there are people that grape those other AIs with sentience, is that wrong?
I'd question those people. I would say that the actions of
just question. It's not wrong.
I would say that the actions of those people would be seriously messed up, and I would say it's wrong, but not because.
Oh, so it is wrong. Why is it wrong?
Because those actions are wrong.
And why are they wrong?
Well, you're placing, even though it's not an actual soul. So if we're looking at from like, okay, if you want to talk from like a legalistic standpoint, it wouldn't be wrong because
it's not wrong.
Listen to me. If we're talking from a legalistic standpoint, these people don't actually exist. You're talking about an AI simulation. And so could you
they're sentient though. There are beings actually experiencing this.
But they're computers.
They're experiencing things. How is that any different from us experiencing?
I guess that's the difference between you and me, and I believe that humans have a soul and are on a different level than other people.
That's just going to relate to religion then. So your whole basis of disagreement here is religion.
In a sense.
It's that AI can't have souls.
In a sense, I guess you could say that.
Yeah, but the idea is that they're literally experiencing things. It's not just like a programmed response to stimuli. It's a particular experience. I
would say I'm probably a little outside my element than the thought concepts of things that don't exist right now in reality.
You understand that, like, they demonstrate concepts, right?
Yeah, no, I do understand that.
Okay.
My main point going back to the beginning though is that if we can't be 100% sure, why lean on the side, like, if we're not 100% sure, why risk it? Right? If it may be a life, why would I end that life?
Okay. Is it possible that sperm is living?
It's not.
Well,
I mean, it's living. A cell. It's a cell.
You're actually wrong. Objectively speaking, you're wrong. Sperm is living.
I mean, sperm isn't living if you go by the 7 characteristics of life. It is a cell. It can't reproduce on its own. It has to be.
Okay. So if someone's infertile, are they living?
No, because it's as a species they have to reproduce.
Wait, what? So you think that if I'm infertile, I'm not living?
No, I didn't say that. The 7 characteristics of life apply to the species. So if you're talking about they have to be able to reproduce, it's as a species. A sperm itself is haploid. It doesn't actually have the DNA to be considered like it's a haploid cell. Its purpose is for reproduction. It itself is not a living organism.
But it's still living.
It's not a living organism.
Well, I mean, you can look it up, right? It's considerably by another. This is not even myself, my own definition. It's considered by other definitions.
Parker, I teach this.
Okay, so
I'm telling you that a sperm is not in itself a living organism.
Okay, so then what characteristics do you base it on?
Do I base life on?
Yeah, because I can send you something from Mayo Clinic right now that says that it can remain alive for up to 5 days.
It's a cell that is alive, but it's not a living organism.
What do you mean by living organism?
A living organism is something that is made up of cells, that it has the capability to reproduce as a species, that it...
Made up of cells? Okay. Yeah. So a zygote is not a living organism because it's not made up of cells, plural.
I believe it is a living organism.
But it's not made up of cells.
It is.
I appreciate the shiny air balloon. I appreciate it. That's plural, right? Not singular. Appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Let me rephrase. Cellular organization is the actual title of it. So single-celled organisms such as bacteria are alive.
Oh, okay. So I was just making sure under your worldview. Okay, then what's the reason why the sperm's not alive?
A sperm is not its own organism.
Why?
A sperm cell is a cell.
What is an organism?
An organism has the capability to reproduce.
Okay, so again, if it is the case that someone is infertile and they cannot reproduce, right? Are they still alive?
Yes, they are alive because it has to do with the species as a whole.
Appreciate the gem gun. Thank you so much. Okay, so wait, why does that have to do with the species as a whole? Why not the individual?
Because that's how biological life is defined.
So you're just saying that you define it in a categorization with the species, even though the characteristic doesn't apply to the whole species.
Correct.
That would just be, wouldn't that be special? Wouldn't that be social pleading?
Wouldn't it be what, sorry?
Special pleading?
Not at all. These are the definitions that biologists have given to life. It's why a virus isn't considered living. So
it would be a typical definition.
It would be what?
It wouldn't be. So the definition is going to be typically. It's not going to be always.
Yes. Yep.
So if it's going to be a typically, then like what you're just going to say you don't consider it to be life. You're going to have no reasoning. You're not even going to have a definition that you relate to. So again, could you give me any institution that would indicate that you to be like accurate? Appreciate the fireworks. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Give you any institution?
Appreciate the jam gun. Thank you so much. Yeah, that would like agree with you. That would like agree with you in terms of describing that it's not alive.
A sperm?
Yeah.
I never said a sperm is not alive. I said a sperm is not its own organism.
Again, so again, living organism would just be an organism that's alive, right?
Yeah, an organism would have to have a type of organization that it could
that can lead to reproduction. Up. You're saying
that's one of the 7 that can hold up all the 7 categorizations of life.
Yeah. So Again,
so for example, another one is
that doesn't make sense to me is because they don't have the qualities in which would be relevant.
Okay, but let me explain to you some of the other 7 is that it grows. Another one is that it has metabolism. A sperm cell does not grow and it does not have metabolism. So it's alive, yes, but it is not its own organism.
So, okay, you just mean in terms of like I think this is special pleading. I really do. If this is how like biologists generally define things, I think they need to really reconcile with the way that they're currently defining them, because it is not an accurate mechanism of defining it that way. Because it is the case that even individuals in which do not possess these characteristics still meet with under these definitions, which wouldn't make any sense, because that would just be special pleading.
It's not special pleading. I mean, if you want, I'll go back and I'll look up the actual reproduction piece, but it's as a species, as a collective organism, it has the capability of reproducing. What that's basically saying is something on its own that cannot reproduce, not because of infertility, not because of something like that, but it disqualifies it from like.
Yeah, but then there would be no reason for you not to consider. Actually, if it's just a typical condition, there's no reason not to consider sperm living then.
Sperm doesn't have metabolism. Sperm doesn't grow. There's 7 characteristics.
Are those things not required, though? Those things are not required.
They are required. All 7 of those things are required for life.
If you don't have one of them, then you're not living.
Then whatever it is that you're investigating as being living is not living.
Okay, so one of those conditions is the reproduction, right?
Okay.
Doesn't have the ability to reproduce. It's not living under your worldview. Otherwise, you'd be special pleading.
I'm mentioning the biological characteristics of life. That's all I'm mentioning to you.
Okay.
Not individuals.
You're not responding to me, but is there anything else you want to talk about?
I'm just letting you know that I think that, first of all, I do want to let you know that I like that you have a position, that you have a stance, that you have drawn a line to say at some point abortion can be considered wrong. Because I think a lot of people don't do that mental work. So I appreciate that you've done that. My only argument against you is I would just push that line back a little bit more.
Like when?
Implantation.
That's wild. There's no reason to put it on implantation. Again, it's living prior to that point. The only point of implantation is literally just a different position. It's a location. Location is the worst argument possible.
There's a transfer of nutrients, and that embryo
I don't care about a
viable.
transfer of nutrients. I care about an organism that has things that I care about, right? When it relates to like an experience, right? Something like that. I'm not going to care about a location difference without experience.
It's not a location
Implantation
difference.
is a wild stance.
There's a physical difference that happens in the embryo. The embryo can only grow so much without having nutrients from.
Yeah, what does it grow? What does it grow?
What do you mean? What does it grow?
Yeah, what does it grow at implantation that makes it valuable?
At implantation, it gets additional nutrients so it can continue developing.
Okay,
so that
it gets nutrients. Why does that make it valuable?
Why does that make it valuable?
Yeah.
Because now it's at the point where if you continue on, it will become a human life with a future and thoughts and
yeah. If I don't pull out and you continue on, it will become this as well.
That's not true at all. A sperm will not.
Talking about. Are you going to say there's some level of probability that it will not end that way? Because in the case of there being implantation, there's also some level of probability that won't end in birth either. So I don't know what your view is.
But I can't control that.
Okay. So what's the point?
The point is I draw my line in a different place, and I think I have just as much grounds to draw it there as you do. I appreciate your stance. I would just push that line further back.
Yeah, I don't think you have any reason to say that, but all right. Appreciate you coming on.
All right, thanks.
All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes, everyone. Let's go into the next person. Again, only do send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates, y'all. All right, it's not accepting some people. I'm trying to get to the next one. Give it a second, everyone. Again, only do send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. I might go to a different topic later on. What are y'all feeling about that? Or do y'all want me to continue with this? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 24.
For sure. Do you think that abortion is wrong during the first trimester?
I think so. I want to say that not like in the before the heartbeat, no.
But you think it's wrong to get an abortion after the heartbeat?
Yes, but I do not judge people that do, because if I was in a position where I was irresponsible to not carry on the child or take care of it after there, then yeah, I'd be, yeah.
Okay, so for example, thank you, North. I appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much. So for example, if we're talking about an individual who's brain dead, right? In that scenario, do you think it would be wrong to pull the plug if you're like a family member?
I wouldn't do it personally because,
Should it be up to the family though?
I mean, to each their own, yeah. But for me personally, no, I would not do that to my family member.
By the way, it's $7,500 a day sometimes.
I mean, I understand that.
Okay. Okay. So when it relates to like the brain dead individual, you think it's okay for the family to decide. In that scenario, there is a heart that's beating.
Wait, can you repeat that one more time? I'm sorry.
In the scenario, you said that it should be up to the family to decide whether or not they want to pull the plug. In that scenario, there is a heart beating though.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if the heart is beating, yeah, like I don't know. I just have like feelings, or I have like super emotions, so I would not do that to somebody. And if the family did that to somebody, it'd be very sad. But then again, yeah, they have no like what you call it sentience in life. But
so do we care about sentience then, or do we care about like the heart?
I mean, I would say both. I don't know. It's just I see it as like, well, when you cut the cord, then you are taking away. I know that there's like nobody. I mean, I've heard like cases like people have been like claimed dead and then they come back. But then there is like a statistic that it's like there is no person to ever come back from being brain dead and what was still like a heart beating. So I don't know, but there could be a possibility. You never know. Just because there hasn't been a possibility doesn't mean that there cannot be a possibility.
Okay. So,
if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I don't know necessarily. Yeah, so you're saying like there might be a possibility of like a brain dead individual coming back. Okay. That would be like a misdiagnosis. That would be a misdiagnosis, but like okay, so my point would be is that if we can pull the plug on an individual who's brain dead, right, and they have a heartbeat, then it's not going to necessarily be the heartbeat in which we consider to say it's wrong. Because, for example, if someone's like in a coma and they are coming back, it is the case that we would say it's wrong to pull the plug, right?
I mean, well, yeah.
Yeah, so like we have a distinction between those based upon the idea in which one individual would have sentience, right, or some type of subjective experience, right? So if that is the case, well then, again, why would we value the like the embryo prior to it having some type of subjective experience?
I mean, it's not that the embryo has already like but it has the potential. And I know that you were talking about potential earlier. I was with my kids, so I really didn't pay attention much to that. But you said something about how like potential like has no substance to it, basically.
Yeah, just alone, right? Like I care about potential or future once there's something that's already like actual established. Right? But if there's nothing that's actual established, I don't know why I would just care about something that hasn't existed yet and would never exist if I prevent that.
Well, I see, like, okay, so I thought the same thing. So, like, I got pregnant and I didn't want to keep it, and I was going through a lot of pain. I was still, like, debating. And then I went, so, like, the doctor told me that I might have an ectopic pregnancy. So I went to the ER, and it was at 6 weeks. So they gave me a vaginal ultrasound, and they saw I was at 6 weeks, and her heart was beating. And I just felt like a click, like that it is just wrong, like because she has the potential to life, and why would I take that away from her?
If we're just talking about potential to life, would it be wrong for someone to pull out, right? Because it is the case that there's potential for life there.
No, I don't think it's wrong. That's actually how she was conceived, though. Like, I know that people say that it's not, but there's this thing called like pre-ejaculation.
Yeah. I mean, that still exists. The point I'm just saying is that like it would decrease the likelihood, or I mean, increase the likelihood of there being pregnancy.
I mean, like if you pull out, then it decreases the likelihood. Yes.
Yeah, of there being pregnancy.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is the case that Right. So I'm confused. Right. Again, the idea is that would be future subjective experience that you're getting rid of, or future life.
I mean, well, sure, but it's like a way of prevention. It's the same thing as like contraception almost. It's like, so if you wear a condom, I mean, sure, okay, so a condom could break or something. But like if you're wearing a condom, the idea is to prevent something from happening. So once something is conceived, like once the sperm meets the egg, and then life starts to form. But there are ways to prevent that. That's not necessarily, I don't know what you're asking, like if that would be considered wrong.
No. The idea here is that you said that it's wrong because it's preventing a future life, right?
No, I don't think that pulling out is wrong. But I think
that's not wrong. But that's the reason why you said it was wrong to get an abortion prior to sentience, right? At the point in which there was a heartbeat.
Okay, I just want to clarify. So like what I'm saying is like the acts to prevent a pregnancy, I do not believe that they are wrong. But once like a zygote is forming, then it is wrong. Like when I say like a heartbeat, like, so that's like 5 to 6 weeks. So when the heart starts to beat, that is wrong. Because like, I mean, how could you say that something has a substance and it has a potential for life and then just kill it and take that potential away?
Because again, it is the case that there's a potential for life when it relates to the scenario in which there is like two people engaging intercourse, right? But we don't care about it in that sense.
What do you mean?
Again, remember, we didn't care about the future subjective experience or the future life when it relates to like two people engaging in intercourse, but we care about it once there is.
Because if you take responsibility for it, and so like let's say that the girl's on birth control and the guy is using a condom, and so they're taking responsibility to prevent the act of conception from happening, and so that's not wrong. Like I guess I'm not understanding.
Yeah, so you're talking about they want to prevent this like future valuable state from occurring. If someone gets an abortion prior to sentience, they want to prevent this future state as well.
But because like just because they don't have like an experience or their brain is not fully formed does not mean that their heart is still beating.
Yeah. Again, but we don't care about the beating heart necessarily speaking, as we didn't care about that within the context of the individual who's brain dead.
But see, so a zygote could not be brain dead unless it was like just killed. So their brain is developing. So once a grown person's brain, so statistically or just as a realistic thing, once a person is brain dead, like after they're already grown up and everything and they're an adult, like then there is no chance of them coming back. But with a zygote, it's like there's always this possibility. So a zygote could like just die or
not to come back, but to come into existence. So that's the distinction.
So they're coming into existence, but I don't see how that relates, because a person that is about to be or is brain dead, so they have no possibility of coming back. They have no possibility of going into another. You know what like? That makes no sense to me.
Wait, sorry, say that again. I'm confused what you're trying to say there.
So a zygote is still developing their brain, and yeah, they could die during development, or if somebody aborted them, they could lose their growth. But a person that is already out and is already grown, like let's say like my grandma, and if she is brain dead, then there is no possibility of her coming back, but there's no possibility of her growing.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So I understand this. Yeah. So I'm confused. You're trying to say that because we isolated for the point in which there's a future, and we isolated for the point in which there is like a already, and you said that you don't care about necessarily just the future. Appreciate the heart. Thank you so much. And you also said that you don't necessarily care about just the heart. So what is it? Is it both of them together?
I mean, I think it's the heart, and that's linked to, okay, if we're talking about like a baby or a zygote, a fetus, if they have the heartbeat, then that is linked to a potential of a sentience.
If they have a heartbeat, it's a potential for sentience. Okay, well, there's a potential for sentience prior to heartbeat as well.
I mean, well, sure.
So
Yeah.
like again, so are we saying potential for sentience is valuable, or are we saying heartbeat is valuable?
Both, because the heartbeat.
So you need both of them at the same time, or one or the other.
So at conception, like it has potential, period. Yeah. But something could happen. But then, like, I don't know, when you see somebody's, like, so all of us have heartbeats. So when you look at somebody and their heart is beating, like, and then their life is just taken, that just is wrong.
Okay. Yeah. So like,
I don't see, I guess what I'm not understanding is I cannot understand a sentience without a heartbeat.
yeah. A heartbeat could be necessary for there to be sentience, right? After a particular point. Because you can have your heart stop and still have sentience. Like, think about it that way. Like, someone's heart stop, they can still be conscious.
Yeah. I never thought
but not
about
for
that.
long. So the idea is that there can be parts that are necessary for you to, like, I mean, the same thing would be true for, like, if you don't have your lungs. Does that mean when the lungs develop, that's when you're valuable?
But with the heart, it provides function for the lungs. And with the lungs, it provides function for the heart too.
Yeah, and for the brain provides function for the rest of the body.
Right. But the brain could not do that without the heart or the lungs.
But the brain could not do that without the heart or lungs. Yeah, sure. Neither could the heart and lungs sustain the entire entity without the brain. But I think we're kind of getting lost in the weeds. Is there anything else you'd like to go over or talk about?
I don't think so. I just wanted to, I don't like at least say that because I don't know when like there's a baby, I don't know, and it has a heartbeat. I don't know. I just don't see how people like don't see that as wrong, and just wanted to bring that up, kind of like just the idea of that, like just looking at a heartbeat in a screen. You know what I mean? But anyway, I appreciate you, Clark.
I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Bye.
All right, everyone. We're going to go on to a different topic here, everyone. We're going to go over, should we hit a restart in the live? I think that we probably could and see how it goes. The algorithm's been a bit weird the past few days comparative to like the past a little bit. What topic should I do, everyone? What topic should I do? It is after a ban, so I probably want to do something that people are going to interact with a lot so that we can like get our other topics working as well. Not God. We aren't going to do God because we just did God yesterday. So I was thinking, so the options that I was kind of thinking about are like Trump, gay topic, and maybe like psychic right now. There is one, I want to do one that relates to, like Israel-Palestine circumstance, but I have to have a full panel for that one. I'm not going to just do one-on-one debates for that. I don't know enough about it to do that. If anything I was going to do for that, I'm going to like mediate debates. So like, if y'all, so what do y'all think about that? Like, I don't know if people want to see that. I don't know. Want to see me just like mediate. I'm not gonna one-on-one debate people for that topic. It's just that it's too complex of an issue. Most people are saying Trump. Does someone want to make a poll, everyone? Does someone, actually I can make a poll now. I forgot. Do we have a poll in the chat? I don't think we have a poll. Does the mod want to make a poll real quick? For the 3 ones I just mentioned. And we can continue on this live, or I can hit a restart. Which do you think is preferable, y'all? Because I mean, we have a consistent basis now, so I don't want to like mess with that consistent basis. But if we like restart, we might be able to like get back into the algorithm. The algorithm's just been so weird recently. Like, I'll show y'all, but it's like mainly following now, which is random out of nowhere. That just happened. Did a mod make a poll, chat? Did a mod make a poll? I see a lot of people saying restart. So I think we're probably gonna hit a restart, like when we do. But I see the poll. Whatever you think, I always judge based on what people want in the chat. That's typically what I judge based upon. I honestly could just overrule everyone right now and just go do something. Not Trump. What, are people voting for Trump? We did just do that one recently, but we also did the gay topic recently. So I don't know. Oh my gosh, they're all 33%. They're all 30% chat. This is how indecisive you are, y'all. So do I have grounds for just restarting and doing whatever I want? Chat, do I have grounds for that? I think I do. I think we do, chat. I think we do. By the way, everyone, before we do, I kind of wanted to shout this out because it's really cool. We are number 8 right now on the leaderboards. Okay, everyone, we are number 8. Okay, everyone, for subs. If you do want to sub right now, they're on the auto renewals. There is like a 30% off for the first month. Okay, this is the best time to do it. By the way, everyone, but we are literally fucking 8, everyone, on all of TikTok. Okay, everyone. That is unbelievable. If you want to support me, that's one of the best ways to do so, and you always get access to like the sub-only chats and whatnot. But, if you want to do that, you can run that up. If you want to see other people, we have like, I want to also, if we get to 1,500, we get a swag box. If we get to 2,000, we get a hoodie. So I'm going to get another swag box. Yo, Corky Vibes, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. NYX, I appreciate the subscription as well. Thank you very much. W's, let's go. Dean is number 5 right now on the second. Oh, yo, Richard, thank you so much for the Venmo. I appreciate it. Number 5 right now on the second level. There's like a second level and then like a third. I appreciate the hearts. Thank you so much. And then here, I'm pretty sure Adora is on this page as well. Adora's right here. So that's really cool. Jonathan, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So if you want to do that right now, in the meantime, I'm going to set up for the restart on the topic. We're going to be doing a different topic. I'm just going to restart. I'm probably going to do Trump tomorrow. And I was going to do the why is being gay immoral topic right now. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Because yesterday, for some reason, it didn't really work. It's the same. They're essentially the same. So again, yeah, we are for some reason, it's just really was working weird the past few days. Here, I'm going to show y'all chat. Cause I know it's just random. And also I'm not trying to I'm not complaining or anything. Cause it's still fucking amazing. Unbelievable. But it's really weird and something that I noticed. So I'm going to show y'all chat. Cause it is a bit off. Here, let me show y'all. Okay, for some reason the creator tools is not going through. Thank you for the subscription, Drifting. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're about to hit 1,500, everyone. We're about to hit that fucking goal. That's actually kind of wild, everyone. That's kind of wild. Okay, it's actually not loading, chat. I was gonna show y'all my analytics. Oh wait, here we go. I can show y'all. Cause it's been weird the past few days. Really weird. Okay, so this is what it was like before. Here, let me show y'all. In terms of the following and the suggested live videos, this is what it would look like. So y'all kind of see everything, and it's actually been going up over time, right? So it used to be way less on the following. The following would be like this. Okay. So let me go to this. This is all of them. The following's all the same. You know what I mean? This is what it was for a bit. So you see how that is, everyone? All right, and then look at this. This is the past few days. This was yesterday. You see how it's a lot more following? Mainly following. The day before, it also did way more following again too. So it's really weird. And this is after the ban, chat. This is after that one ban. So it's been really weird. Here, I'll show y'all over the past week. You see how it still says 16% on the following, but the past few days it's been like that. So I don't know what's been going on with TikTok recently. I'm guessing it will go back to normal. By the way, that is being gay more topic 1 anyway. So I don't know what's going on, but I think we're going to be able to fix it, everyone. I'm not thinking it's a really big deal or anything. It should just take a few days sometimes. But I was actually really concerned with it. I'm not going to lie. Cause it's really weird for this to be happening, to be honest. But yeah, all right, everyone, I'm gonna hit a restart. Give me 1 second, everyone. We're gonna be doing. We'll be right back, everyone. Give me 1 second, everyone. Everyone, when we come back, everyone, if you want to help me out because of all this shit, everyone, tap that screen. We're gonna try and run up the likes as fast as we fucking can. Same with the shares and everything like that. See if we can get it out to more people. I know it's getting old and whatnot. I'm just trying to like get it back into like the algorithm, and then we're gonna like swap on to other stuff. I have lots of other stuff planned and whatnot, everyone. It just like, so you have to get the sway moving and whatnot to like get everything on track. I appreciate the little crown. Thank you so much. So I'll be right back, everyone. Love y'all so much. We'll be doing that here pretty soon. Let me be right back, everyone. Vaccine topic is also coming this weekend as well.